Hello my gorgeous people, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and these are your weekly horoscope tarot card readings, and they are from the 4th until the 10th of May 2020. So it's from the 4th until the 10th of May 2020, and of course, as usual, I am going to start with a gorgeous Aries. My beautiful Aries, you know, you are reaching a quite important moment in time, and you will see exactly what I mean. In particular, it's to do with the part of your life that is very important for you, and in particular, when it comes to the actual patience. You had a patience when it comes to this problem in your life, which is going to be quite highlighted this week. But then again, you are reaching a quite important conclusion at the same time, because it's about the actual and important compatibility, which is at the same time going to be a rather significant moment in time, because you will know through the certain compatibility what adjustment do you actually need to make, or what adjustment you are required to make. This is important because it is all going to be about the advice. It is advice that you are going to get, and this advice is going to make you think slightly differently, but this is going to be really good because it's just going to really penetrate your mind in a way it hasn't been penetrated so far. This is very important because for once it's coming from somebody who you really trust, who's just going to have an absolutely mind-blowing influence on you. But on another hand, it's going to help you, with an important way out of the situation. And also it's just about the actual fact that this is all about your own successful adjustment or readjustment, shall I say, because it's pretty much so connected to the last 4 weeks. The last 4 weeks have been very much so relevant to this particular situation which is going to unfold here, and it's to do most certainly with a certain crisis, most certainly with a certain maybe bit of a conflict that she had lately, and with some kind of a domination, which is on another hand going to really beautifully actually now reflect on you, because not only you are going to come to terms with an important stage of your life, but it's just all about the actual conclusion that you are going to have. It's about the conclusion which is really important for you. It's important for your own happiness. It's important for your own understanding. It's important for your own joy, and it's also looking at the big picture. It is just going to be quite irrelevant when it comes to your own family, or if you haven't got a family. It's just the people around you who are very dear to you are also going to be kind of finding this rather beneficial at the same time. I really like this week because it's about you starting to feel yourself again. I'm not saying that you haven't been feeling yourself, but you will see the balance of energy is slowly going to start changing, and this in itself, it's all about the actual projection, but at the same time, it's about the hope that you are going to have, the inspiration that you are going to have. This inspiration and hope is going to come at the absolutely perfect time in your life, because it's going to refresh you in so many different ways. In fact, by the end of the week, this new door are going to open for you, my gorgeous Aries, and these new doors that I'm saying is just going to be connected to a bit more optimistic time. Again, please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you were miserable and things like that, but once you become part of this dimension, once you feel this direction like so close, you will see what I meant. This is important moment in time when the bright prospect is about to walk into your life, literally, and it's just all about this direction that you're going to have at the same time. It's important because you can also expect a sign, an unusual sign that you're going to have this week, and this unusual sign, it is just going to confirm something for you, something really strong, something really powerful, something that is going to make you feel so solid. But it's to do with the hope, it's to do with the happiness, it's to do with an excitement, and also, with a whole new sense when the direction it's about to with the actual direction which is about to be revealed to you at the same time. What I want to say also, my gorgeous Aries, you see, now I just want to shuffle these cards, and I just want to see what is your oracle card of the week. What is your oracle card of the week, my gorgeous Aries? Okay, and this is for the weekend between 4th and the 10th of May 2020. Okay, so look at this. It's just it's amazing because it's about the opportunity. Look at this. It's just all about this fresh energy, which is just going to start changing things for you when it comes to the excess draining of energy that you might have felt. With another words, you might have found yourself in the situation lately where you are like doing things, but you very quickly you kind of run out of energy, if I can say this. You see, all these things are going to be are very much so connected, but the bottom line is that there is an opportunity. You see, my gorgeous Aries, this week have your eyes wide open, you see, because there is an opportunity that you are going to have, and this opportunity is very important. But at the same time, the sign that you are going to have, it's also going to be unusual. It's going to be different. You will know it's a sign because it's going to come from somewhere else. This is an important moment in time, because once you have a sign, and it could be absolutely anything, it can happen at any given moment throughout this week, but once you have a sign, something can fall off the table. It's going to seem like a mysterious, it's going to seem unusual, and this is nothing bizarre or strange or different. This is only the sign that you are reaching a very important stage of your life, my gorgeous Aries, when things are going to start changing. Yes, when you get a sign, you will know that the opportunity is coming, but once this opportunity comes, you're also going to be a little bit indecisive, but it doesn't really matter, because there are going to be two fundamental things that you are going to start working towards as well after this week, and these two fundamental things are just going to be absolutely superb and rather important for you later on. So it's all about this important opportunity that you are going to have, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. Oh, I've just dropped them on the floor. Okay, so now I'm just, you see, it's all going to start fall on me now. Look, I'm just going to take a tarot card, my gorgeous Aries, and I don't even have to do anything. Look at this Ace of Wands. You see, this is a very strong sign that you are in for a little surprise by the end of this week, but it's so much so to do with the new year. It's so much so to do with a new start. It's so much so to do with a new beginning, but also finding yourself very close to reaching a quite important stage of your life, and you're going to come to the certain agreement as well at the same time. But it's all about this promise that it's about to come into your sign, my gorgeous Aries. This is important moment in time indeed. Okay, so now when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Aries, I just want to say that basically it is just your shoulders. Your shoulders are going to be a little bit sensitive this week, you see. And also when it comes to your health, okay, it's also really important to check my monthly readings, because in my monthly reading I tell you about the health for the whole month basically. But when it comes to in this week in particular, I just need you to pay attention to your shoulders. Your shoulders are going to be like a little bit sensitive. Just make sure that you're sitting the correct way. Make sure that you're doing a bit of an exercise, and also vitamin D will be very important for you this week. You see, vitamin D is going to be completely important for two things: when it comes to your bones protection, but also on another hand when it comes to boosting immune system. Vitamin D is like very, very important in particular at this moment in time. And also the lower back, your lower back, it's also going to be like a little bit sensitive, and I just want to say to you that it's important to try to drink as much water as you can to flush out the toxins out of the system, because your digestion is gonna be a little bit sensitive, and I think it's really important to make sure that you're eating food which is rich or high in B vitamins, but also that on another hand it's going to help you with just a little bit of stress levels, which I think that it's going to be quite important for you at the same time. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you, my gorgeous Aries, who are actually in relationship, this is important because it's all about a certain creative energy which is about to return. I'm not saying that you were not creative or anything like that, but I'm saying this is a very strong indication that both of you are going to benefit from this this creative energy that you're going to have, and that is going to be so important when it comes to your optimism, when it comes to that vavumish feeling, you know, when it comes to your initiative, you know, like a new initiative and things like that. But on another hand, it's about a new beginning that you're both going to have and feel as the actual as the actual couple, you see. And it's important to say, because it's going to start from the beginning, when you're both going to have a very meaningful experience this week, and that meaningful experience is almost going to feel like an adventure, but this is at the same time going to create and mark a really important stage for both of you. On another hand, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, you see, this is now when you're going to start feeling like that you want to have a very strong connection and reconnection with the people in your life. You know, maybe I'm not saying that you weren't connected or anything like that, but when I say people in your life, I'm meaning to people around you, like, you know, like people finding yourself around people and enjoying yourself, meeting new people and things like that. Well, this week will be very important when it comes to some kind of determination. The certain initiative is also going to enhance your power and enhance your strength, and that in itself, it's an important moment in time, because something is going to happen when it comes to you feeling very deeply and emotionally, you know, very deep and emotional feeling you are going to have, in particular when it comes to like finding someone who is going to share this life experience with you. Perhaps you weren't ready prior this point, you know, perhaps you weren't too sure, perhaps karmically it wasn't just really meant to happen so far, but you know, now there is a determination that you are going to have, and this determination is also going to let you know that you are most certainly ready, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pick these cards up before I dropped all the plants on me. Okay, I'm back. Hello my darling. Okay, so now oh gosh, so now you see what I mean. I am like, oh my god, I had to change things a little bit around, and I don't think that this is okay, here we go. So now my gorgeous, here we go. So now the next sign that I'm going to be doing this weekly reading for is, of course, my gorgeous and ever so precious Taurini. My gorgeous Taurus is, you know, it's just like someone in your life is going to walk in. Someone in your life is going to surprise you. Someone in your life is going to start coming back. And this is to do with this, like an important person, an important friendship. Something is going to be renewed, but this is important because of two things, or because of two reasons. For one, this person is meant to be in your life. For two, this person is going to have a very, very special message, my gorgeous Taurinis. Very special message. It's coming from someone special. It's coming from someone sacred. It's coming from someone who means to you so much in your life. But most importantly, it is just about this message and information that you are going to have, because you're going to learn something quite important. But for two, you know, the whole new direction is going to be revealed to you at the same time, because you're going to start thinking about a certain process. This is on one hand going to be all about a strong confirmation when it comes to you, but then on another hand, this is just going to be something that is going to happen at the right moment, at the right time, and it's going to bring you the focus, an important focus, and that focus is also at the same time going to become a quite significant stage of your own unfoldment by the end of this week, because you're going to be thinking about a certain reflection, and also you are going to be thinking about a certain stage, like a learning experience, you know, that you will want to take on. It's important because it's to do with who you are, it's to do with you. It's to do with like expanding yourself in the best possible way. But on another hand, it's to do with the time of your life that was making you feel quite dissatisfied and maybe not really happy, because it's like a kind of like a certain things happen and unfold unfolded, you know, within the last 6 to 7 months, that have affected you in quite a few different ways without you even realizing. Because in particular, when it comes to you and when it comes to your future planning, you know, you had to like kind of like find a certain way around things, you see, in order to go towards the direction that you want to go. So this created dissatisfaction when it comes to the certain stage, when it comes to you planning, wishing, you know, you activating yourself in this particular way, because this in itself brings a very important energy that it has got a powerful reflection on the harmony around us in general. So this is why we get affected in many different ways. But the bottom line is, and most importantly to say, is that this is about a certain dissatisfaction that was created along the way. So now you will know what to do in order to nip the bud, you know, in order to edit the certain dimension of your life, the certain direction, in such a way where you find an optimistic feeling and you find this energy and vibration that was driving you so far in order to achieve what you want to actually achieve in life. This is an important stage, my gorgeous Taurinis, because it's all about this determination that you are going to have, initiative, strength and power at the same time. I really like it because it's going to make you feel really like a kind of like a very powerful when it comes to your own achievement. And this is something maybe that you haven't been kind of paying attention to. So it's a lot to do with who you are. It's a lot to do where you're gonna go next, but also to do things slightly differently. It is going to be required from you to do things slightly differently, my gorgeous Taurinis, indeed. So now I'm just going to basically shuffle this card, oracle card, and I'm going to see what your oracle card for the week is, my gorgeous Taurini, indeed. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see what is your oracle card for the week. Okay, gateway. You see, this is important because this is, my lord, it's all about like you finding your way out of the situation that no longer serve you on one hand, but also you finding your way out of the situation. And it's just basically also something quite remarkable is going to happen to you at the end of this week. After this week, there is going to be an important moment, an unfoldment, which is going to take place because this gateway is coming. The way out of the situation, most certainly the way out of the situation. This is an important thing for you, my gorgeous Taurinis, because it's going to help you with your own reflection, but something is at the same time going to be confirmed to you, like you were doing the right thing, you were maybe thinking in the right way. Perhaps there was a certain like influences around you that made you kind of feel like you weren't kind of like doing the right things and things like that. So most certainly something is going to be confirmed for you here, my gorgeous Taurinis, indeed. So now I'm also going to, and the certain family member is going to have an important news for you. Okay, my gorgeous Taurini, the certain family member is going to have an important news for you, and it's going to come almost like a little gift, you know, in so many different ways, because you will kind of be able to see the sense in the situation where you just kind of couldn't understand what was perhaps happening. So this is going to be quite beneficial, which is what is actually going to take place. You see, Page of Cups, my gorgeous Taurinis, this is a very important moment in time because you're also going to have a very strong connection with meditation and with the grounding. If you can just ground yourself, it would be absolutely wonderful. Make some kind of connection with the earth. Try to hug a tree. I know it sounds really weird, but most certainly it's very important for our own energy, for our own rejuvenation, but also it's like when it comes to the actual expansion of our subconscious mind, you know, this is just a very important to actually penetrate our way of thinking much further, much deeper in so many different ways. So therefore we just kind of connect ourselves more strongly in this way, and that provides us with opportunities we wouldn't normally have. On another hand, you know, you're going to have a really surprising moment this week, you know, and the surprising moment that you are going to have, it's also going to make you think about a certain stage. You know, it's going to allow you to go through the certain door. An important also opportunity is going to take place, but it's not so much as about the opportunity like its actual realization. way out of the situation, and just something really important it's going to take place, which is going to help you to emotionally connect and look forward to something quite important, which is about to happen to you. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Torini, I'm basically just going to see what do you need to do when it comes to your health. You see, you most certainly you're going to benefit like from the B vitamins quite a lot. B vitamins are going to help you for two things. Your digestion is going to be a little bit sensitive, and a little bit of stress, just a little bit of stress that I'm seeing here. So that's why B vitamins are going to be absolutely wonderful for these two things. Very good for your digestive system, but also very good for your stress at the same time. You also need to make sure that you're taking vitamin D. Vitamin D is super important for your bones, and it's also super important when it comes to the actual to boost your immune system. Very, very important at the moment. And also, if you can get hold of organic carrots, you know, carrots you're gonna find very beneficial when it comes to like get rid of if you want to get rid of the toxins out of the body. But it's also at the same time you're gonna find carrots very beneficial when it comes to the actual sensitive eyes. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, to check with your GP. Only your doctor GP can tell you whether you can take these supplements or not. But this is in particular B vitamins, if you get it in a supplement form, or you can get it in the food, or vitamin D. If you get it in a supplement form, then you can just check with your doctor or GP, like whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. On another hand, for those of you that are actually single, my gorgeous Torinis, now for those of you that are in relationship, oh, your partner is going to do something really nice for you. Your partner is actually going to surprise you, and it's just going to be so good for you. You're going to feel really great, and it's going to have a very strong moment when it comes to your own rejuvenation, my gorgeous Taurinis, indeed. So there is going to be a little surprise that your partner is going to have, and this is going to be very beneficial for both of you. You're going to like it, you're going to like it, you're going to like it. It's like a little gift, little surprise, quite nice, a nice little situation is going to take place. On another hand, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Taurinis, you see, it is just all about, it is not going to be the greatest moment in time for me to say, oh yeah, you're gonna find the love of your life. No, baby, no. For those of you that are single, you are going to have an important obstacle to go through. An important obstacle to go through. It is just about the decision that you're going to make. The decision that you're going to make will be absolutely super important when it comes to this amazing person who is about to walk into your life. But it's going to be pretty much so connected to the actual decision that you're actually going to make this week, my gorgeous Taurinis, and it's most certainly to do with a certain obstacle that was maybe preventing you to feel like free, or it was creating like some kind of conflict, you know, and it was just preventing you to kind of like express yourself in the way you would want to. So the first of all, an obstacle is going to come to an end, and that at the same time is also going to become a remarkable starting point. You know, you're gonna unlock this door and let this person to come forward into your life. Okay, the third sign that I'm going the third important date, like I'm doing monthlies now. No, the third sign that I'm going to be talking about is, of course, my gorgeous and never so precious Gemini. My gorgeous Gemini, like you are having a little bit of situation here because you're gonna need to protect yourself a little bit. I don't want to make you feel like, oh my God, what is he saying? You know, but it's just important to say that there is going to be somebody who is maybe a bit like a devilish around. So just be careful to protect yourself in such a way. If someone tries to trick you in some kind of situation, if someone is like seems like a quite unusual to you, or if someone seems like that person is not genuine, or if someone feels like that person is not real, my gorgeous Geminis, you know, I need to say just a little bit, be careful here. Like the best thing to do is just to trust your your instinct, trust your intuition. It's important to say this because your third psychic eye is going to be like rather large. Your third psychic eye is going to be quite enhanced, you know, so you're going to be able to connect to this situation with no problem whatsoever. But most certainly, you know, it is just to kind of like just to let you know that your intuition is going to guide you and you are going to be absolutely fine. It's to do with somebody who's not really nice person. It's to do with somebody who has got like a really low energy. It's to do with somebody who's really negative, that is going to present themselves in a really wrong way. It's not like somebody who you really know. It's just somebody maybe who's going to try to take like a little bit of an advantage from you. And that's why I'm saying to you to try to protect yourself, my gorgeous Gemininis, you know. I know it's going to sound really weird, but like I would find like I would get like a natural salt, you know, and put in a little tiny little bag, like a little bit of natural salt, and put in one pocket, and then put in a little bag and put it in another pocket, and just have them around you in your pockets, you know, throughout the week. I know it sounds weird perhaps, but the salt is absolutely incredible in order to protect yourself against all sorts of like a negative energy, negative people, in particular when they're having negative intentions, but they kind of project themselves in a slightly different way. Sometimes it's really difficult to single out these people, but because I think that your week is going to be quite psychic, I think that you will be able to kind of feel and know almost immediately who is being like a little bit dishonest with you. So I suppose it's not a great week like to sign something or to start something really big or to start something really new or to start something really an important process or progress, or it's not a great week when it comes to the certain negotiation, you know. Wait for this week to be over, and then after that you can continue with your normal life. Otherwise, I just need you to protect yourself. On another hand, you know, this week will be very beneficial when it comes to the actual restrictions, certain restrictions, you know, and you will be able to see the change, you will be able to see the movement, and this is going to be good because it's to do with the casting out restrictions, which is most certainly going to be an amazing moment, my gorgeous Geminini, when it comes to you protecting yourself, when it comes to you feeling good, when it comes to you starting to feel that little bit of excitement. I'm not saying that you didn't feel excitement, but I'm just saying once you reach this important moment, important stage, you know, it is just going to be pretty much clear for you indeed, because it's to do with your own personal escape from the negative situation, from the situation you no longer want to be in. But on another hand, most certainly it's a victorious moment in time, victorious, because it's going to reflect on you beautifully when it comes to your own personal healing. So therefore, it's about enlightening moment at the same time. Very important. Someone who is like some kind of a guru or someone who is a special spiritual person in your life, it's also going to become the part of your dimension, like when you least expected. This is sacred and it's important. Whether this is going to happen while you're sleeping, whether this is going to happen while you wake up the first thing in the morning and you've got this spiritual guru or spiritual leader like on your mind immediately, you will know that this is not just out of the blue. This is because there is a special message that is at the same time going to be provided to you and travel to you. So just pay attention. This can come to you, this can happen to you through and will happen to you through a different realm, through a different dimension, which means that you're going to have this message while you're sleeping, or it's going to happen, as I said, like when you wake up the first thing in the morning, or something is going to fall down and you will know that this is to do with that person that's really important to you. However, you will feel this connection and you will know it most certainly, my gorgeous Gemininis, indeed. So now I'm going to shuffle these oracle cards and I'm going to see what is the oracle card of the week, my gorgeous Gemininis. You know, I know you're worrying a little bit, but just try to be as try to be as optimistic as you can. But at the same time, while you're worrying about things, try to really try to connect as much as you can by opening your mind and trying to look at the bigger picture, because you will have like a really strong and powerful realization this week, my gorgeous Gemini. You know, you see this, you are gonna have a sign. You will be visited by somebody in the spirit world, you see, by somebody from the spirit, you know, by somebody who used to know you, but somebody who used to be in your life. And this person is also going to play an important role, or shall I say spirit. The way they're going to visit you is you're going to feel something beautiful. You're going to feel something amazing. You're going to feel something incredible. You're going to feel something warm. So it's most certainly going to be beautiful, warm feeling, because it's coming from someone very beautiful and divine from the spirit world who's going to visit you this week. But most importantly, when I say visit you, it's all about the time when it happens. It's all about what you were thinking at the time. It's all about what was on your mind. It's all about what you were like, kind of, what problem, what conflict did you come across, because there will be, for one, an important realization, important answer, but even most importantly, it's a sign that the things are going to start changing, and at the same time, sign that you need to be open-minded, okay, keep your head up, and sign that you are in self-denial about a certain stage coming slowly to an end. So it's going to require not for you to stop it, but just to make a certain and necessary adjustments around it. Okay, so now my gorgeous Gemini, I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is actually going to, what is your tarot card of the week. Bam, ba-da-da-da-dum, bam, bam. Da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Ba-da-ba-da-bam-bam-bam, na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-bam-bam, da-da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Hey, mama. Now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm going to reveal, Queen of Swords. Surprise, surprise, surprise. You know, stay true to yourself. You will make an important decision. At the same time, what is going to be tricky this week, my gorgeous Gemini, is that something is going to take place and it's going to make you feel like, oh, maybe I'm not doing the right thing. No, baby, you are, and you are going through your own transformation, and that's why there is also going to be the little challenge that you are going to have. Just remember, you need to stay committed to the task at hand. This is very important. Okay, very important, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. So now I'm just going to see, when it comes to your health, you see, it is just ever so important to try to make sure that you're doing like a certain exercise. If you're able to do certain exercise, you know, maybe you're not able to do it, like bodily able, you know, but if you're able to do any type of exercise that you can consider as an exercise when it comes to your body, this is ever so important, because it's going to have a very beautiful and rejuvenational impact on your own health, and that in itself is going to reflect on your balance. This is very important. On another hand, please do me a favor, get vitamin D, natural vitamin D supplements, because this is going to help you to boost your immune system. Natural vitamin D supplement, it's also going to be good when it comes to your bones. This is very important. On another hand, organic dandelion tea, my lord, organic dandelion tea, it's also remarkable when it comes to the actual time of your life when it's really important to make sure that we kind of get rid of the toxins in our body. The organic dandelion tea, it's absolutely superb when it comes to our own rejuvenation, and there is just so much more to it. It's even good for your own energy. So try to drink organic dandelion tea once a day. You will find it very beneficial. On another hand, what else I was going to say, it's organic acerola cherry powder. It's also, again, a must, because in the morning, 1 teaspoon with a little bit of water, drink it, and in the evening before you go to sleep, and this is going to replenish your vitamin C. This is going to be very important for your own vitamin C levels, and that is on another hand going to help keep you healthy when it comes to boosting your immune system. It's like a must. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. On another hand, what else I was going to say is just like for those of you Gemininis that are in a relationship, this is an important moment in time when it comes to the actual activity and determination, you know. Something is going to come up, and something is going to come up when it comes to the actual idea. Okay, you two as a couple should really go for it because it's going to be superb for you both later on. So an idea that you're both going to have as a couple, you should most certainly definitely go for it, go for it, go for it. The second thing I was going to say, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, now this is a quite significant time because it is just going to be like moment that you're going to have, and the moment that you're going to have, it's going to make you feel quite unsatisfied with a certain part of your life, with a certain stage. Now that is going to bring you and make you become like the part of this thinking mode, you know, and you're gonna be like thinking, and that in itself is gonna help you to reflect in a different way, because this week is going to be quite a psychic week when it comes to you. This in itself is going to reveal something to you, reveal something for you when it comes to those times of your life where you feel like a constantly and frequently restrained. So this what is going to be revealed to you. It's so important when it comes to your own practicality, indeed when it comes to your own emotions, but it's most certainly to do with the part of your life, with the time of your life where you feel frequently too restrained. An important decision you will make here, and that decision is also later on going to be absolutely super beneficial when it comes to someone who is going to walk into your life indeed. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Cancerini. My gorgeous Cancerinis, you know, now this is slowly going to become like the time of your life where you're going to feel from the beginning of the week like, oh, there is a beautiful sunshine after the little bit of rain. There is a beautiful sunshine after the little bit of after the rain, you know, after the storm, I was going to say. Yes, there's a beautiful little sunshine after the storm that is about to come in, but it's so important to say that at the same time, you're having a significant moment of an unfoldment. And what is going to happen, it is just going to be this beautiful surge of energy that you're going to have. It's going to reflect on you and your own positivity, on your own optimism, and that is going to reflect on energy. This is all connected, and this in itself is also going to create an important starting moment when it comes to the perfect combination of material and spiritual prosperity. This is a very important moment in time because those stages that were revealed earlier on, what was causing you to have delays or lack of motivation, now you will be able to reflect on this, which is just also going to enhance your creativity. This creativity is really important to say because it's at the same time going to require from you to make a little reorganization, but also on another hand, you know, you will hear an important news, my gorgeous Cancerini. An important news is to do with the fact that the results of efforts are nearly due. This is important to say. The results of efforts are nearly due. This is so good because it's to do with a certain departure. It's to do with an important spiritual journey that you have found yourself on at, you know, throughout your life. You're reaching an important moment, but it's to do, the bottom line is it's about the advancement, most certainly. On another hand, you know, just remember, you need to follow your own intuition. You need to follow how you feel, because it's now what the certain vision that you had, something that you were planning, something that you were doing, something that you were working towards was affected by some kind of uncertainty at the same time. And this is to do with your own vision. This is to do with who you are. This is to do with some kind of like a change of plans or change of ideas according to things that are happening around you. And that created a limited success instead of unlimited. So now you will be provided with another opportunity here. And it's important to say, this is to do with your own success, to make it from limited to unlimited, but to carry on with your own vision. This is very important, to carry on with your own vision, but most certainly remember, you will be challenged in such a way where you're going to feel uncertain, but you just have to trust your own intuition, because something will be revealed to you when it comes to your own intuition, and for one, it's going to help you to see what were you in self-denial about, but for two, it's almost going to give you like an amazing reason for celebration, because it's at the same time going to help you with the conclusion, and it's going to confirm an important stage of your life. This is all about your own determination. It's all about the actual hope, and it's all about the actual tranquility and harmony that is going to allow you to feel all these feelings and emotions, which is really important, because it's all about overcoming obstacles and finding yourself on the other side. It's a rather victorious moment that you are going to have, but just to say, follow your own bliss by following your own intuition, and by following your own intuition, something will be revealed to you by the end of the week. And this will be very important, my gorgeous Cancerinis, when it comes to your own personal progress, you know, very, very important indeed. Never mind the fact that you are going to have a successful negotiation. Bam, bam, bam. Never mind the fact that you are going to have a successful negotiation as well, my gorgeous Cancerini. This is the flow. This is the flow of energy that is coming through. This is an important flow of energy which is going to rejuvenate you like there is no tomorrow, my gorgeous Cancerini. This is an important energy flow that is about to come through into your life, but it's at the same time going to create a moment of your own rebirth, if I can say like this, because it's at the same time the strong, absolutely mind-blowing confirmation, which is just gonna really be connected to that vision that I said. But on another hand, it's about your own wake-up call, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. Okay, but now I'm just going to see what is your tarot card, my gorgeous Cancerini. I'm just going to see what is your tarot card of the week. Sorry. We could have been so good together. Page of Cups as well, my lord. Page of Cups as well. Listen. A strong sign that you are on the right track, that you are on the right journey. It's going to happen here. But it's not only about a strong sign. It's about the opportunity. It's about a new beginning, which is going to take place and happen, my gorgeous Cancerini, when you least expect it. I like this week because it's going to help you to have your feet on the ground again. I'm not saying that you needed to have your feet on the ground again, but a certain lie will be revealed to you as well at the same time, which is going to be a strong confirmation, which is on another hand going to become an important spiritual green light for you, as in a sign to go for it, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Cancerini, it is very important to say that your bones are, like I've been seeing them, quite sensitive, and it is to do with your digestion this time. So it's your bones, calcium, magnesium and zinc. Very important to take supplements which are calcium, magnesium and zinc, you see, and also basically calcium, magnesium and zinc And vitamin D, my lord, calcium, magnesium, and zinc, and vitamin D are super important for you to take this week, in particular to protect your sensitive bones and your digestion. Is just basically, I need you to like kind of take something like a natural dose of B vitamins or a B vitamin supplement that is just going to be as natural as possible, and this is going to be remarkable when it comes to your own digestion. Indeed, on another hand, like a nice little organic dandelion tea, it's superb for you this week because it's going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system if you could drink it just once. And it's also going to be remarkable when it comes to your cleansing, you know, when it comes to your digestion and things like that. Organic dandelion is absolutely remarkable herb when it comes to the immune system and things like that. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can let you know whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Now, basically, for those of you who are actually in relationship, I really like this because it's all about the problem, an annoying problem, which is slowly coming to an end, but it was affecting both of you, you know, in many different ways. So I can say that those in the in relationships are going to have a strong resolution of a problem, and it's to do with the problem slowly coming to an end and just basically providing you with a conclusion, an important conclusion after the period or a stage of a culmination. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, I really like this because there is a whole new balance gonna come through, whole new force is gonna come through. This balance and force that you are going to have, this is gonna have a wonderful impact when it comes to you and your own personal energy. And what is this going to do? It's going to make you think in a different way, and you will realize something, something huge. And that realization is also going to be directly responsible for you starting to do things slightly differently, and that is going to be also a moment that is very strongly connected to someone who is about to start slowly walking into your life. Okay, so now the next sign sorry, that I'm gonna be talking about or singing about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Leonis, my gorgeous Leos. You know, it's just like all about you kind of start feeling a little bit more optimistic this week, and I really like it. Perhaps you were really worrying and you were really uncertain, you know, there was a lot of uncertainties around you that kind of took lots of energy from you, and it was draining your energy in such a way where you just kind of prevented yourself from moving on with your life when it comes to the certain problems and the certain directions, you know, and the certain challenges, you know, the things were like kind of on hold, which just made and created uncertainties that affected you and affected your activity and determination. This week will be superb, my gorgeous Leonis. This week is very important when it comes to you hearing something like, okay, like this. You're going to be literally like this, and that's what you're going to hear. Okay, then, you know, that is going to be directly responsible for the determination. That is going to be directly responsible for you feeling this breath, this fresh energy, this breath of a fresh energy. Sorry, we're just going to reflect on you so beautifully, and it's to do with your own determination, it's to do with your own experience, it's to do with who you are, it's to do with your ideas, and it's to do with the designs, you know, and it's most certainly the time of transformation. This week will create an important stage, an important moment, which is also going to begin with the process of transformation when it comes to your life, my gorgeous Leonis. You're going to start finding this energy. You're gonna start feeling energetic, and you're gonna kind of, you will want to make and create changes around you. You will want to do things. You will find this nice activity around you, within you, and this is slowly, because subconsciously, you know, your mind is preparing you for an important moment. In fact, this whole week is going to be about you preparing yourself for an important moment which is about to happen to you, and that that important moment, it's on one hand, it's going to be the way out of the situation as in realization, but also it's just what you were thinking about like within the last 24 months, you know, it's to do with a change, it's to do with like a process, it's to do with a certain progress, it's to do being ready with the time of your life when you feel ready for it. You know, it's important because something will be revealed to you, a little secret, and that is going to be absolutely remarkable here, because most certainly it's at the same time going to help you and make you to have a strong connection with the past. You know, you're going to feel strong connection with your childhood. You're going to feel a strong connection with the time of your life when you felt really happy and excited. Listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you're miserable or anything like that. No, baby, no. What am I trying to say here is that this harmony is going to do this to you as something that you were doubtful about. You know, this is going to become absolutely important stage here, because something is going to be requiring your attention from the time when you were very happy, from the time when you had a great time in the past. There is something very important that is going to happen, an important process and progress that is, for one, going to bring someone from the past who's going to have an important message for you at the same time, but for two, an important insight. This is all about you feeling about your past. At the same time, you make this strong connection, which on another hand opens your eyes so amazingly, and it helps you to see so much more. It helps you to see so much further. An insight from the past is going to bring you an absolutely remarkable progress here, you know, an insight, you know, and it's to do with your past, and that is going to be beneficial when it comes to your own progress. And most certainly, you know, when it comes to your own success, you know, this week will be superb, because it's all about you feeling this particular material attainment, and you're going to find yourself in an advantage. You know, this is important when it comes to your own security, when it comes to your own power, when it comes to your own future planning. This was all affected in many different ways because of this moment here. It's so important because this is going to be a good week when it comes to your well-being, and it's also a good week when it comes to the actual healing. So those of you that are have been having like a long ailments and you didn't see any improvement, this week will be very important when it comes to your own immune system, when it comes to your own healing indeed, because it's going to heal you in many different ways, not only physically but also mentally and in many other ways indeed. And it's to do with the actual victory, you know, a very important week when it comes to the difficulties that were caused lately. And these difficulties caused basically it causes difficulties when it comes to your own planning, when it comes to your own stability. At least this is how you felt, at least this is how you feel. So now this is slowly coming to an end, because it's all about a wish coming through, wish coming forward. You know, it's an important moment in time that you are going to have, because it's just connected with unsatisfied desires, struggle, you know, and uncertainty that you've been through the last maybe 5 weeks. So this is why this is going to reflect really nicely. On one hand, you know, you're going to liberate yourself, but on another hand, it's all about realizing a little bit of a hidden danger, which is going to help you to make a wise choice later on. This week will be super important when it comes to making a really wise choice in about 6 weeks time. Indeedy. Okay. And also, you know, let me just tell you that you will be going through a challenging situation. Just remember, there will be a challenging situation this week, my gorgeous Leonis. And what is actually going to happen, you will become the part of some kind of competition. Okay, so you need to remember that you need to throw yourself as much as you can out in every possible situation, even if you feel really low, even if you feel really down, even if you feel really negative. Just remember that you can very easily turn this situation around, and all this negative energy and negativity, you can just basically basically in turn into a positive energy, into something that is going to help you to drive, something that is going to help you to use this intuition in the best possible way, you know, instead of like letting this to bring you down. An important moment is going to take place, a challenge that you will have, and you're going to do really, really well, my gorgeous Leonis. There is a challenge that you're going to have, and you're going to do really well, because that is going to be absolutely remarkable when it comes to you celebrating something, and celebrating something. So the celebration is going to come out of it. So basically anything you would like to do or start, if there is any, no matter how this feels for you right now, or anything to do or start, anything that comes across your way this week, it's almost going to be essential for your own spiritual journey, because there are quite a few things that you're going to start feeling very much so attached to, that you haven't been feeling attached to before. Okay, now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Leonis, these oracle cards, and I'm going to see what is your oracle card for the week. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Be as open as you can, my gorgeous Leonis. Do not block yourself for anything. Do not hold yourself down. Do not think really negatively. You must remember that this week is super important to be as open-minded as you can. Do not let anything from outside to affect you. Do not let any activities from the outside, what's happening around the world, to affect you in any possible way. If you possibly can do this, just stick to the things that you are doing. Just be as optimistic as you can, because this is what's going to happen. By the end of the week, there is some kind of sense of freedom that you are going to have, that you maybe didn't feel before, or maybe you were affected by some kind of freedom being affected, but most certainly this is the time of freedom, time of optimism, and the time of reflection and realization at the same time. But at the same time, if you get challenged, and tricked into the situation where you think that there is no way out, you are the one who creates your own destiny, my gorgeous Leonis. This is very important. Just keep going and keep going and keep going, please, please, please. Okay, so now I'm going to see what is your tarot card as well. Okay, I'm going to see what is your tarot card. Sorry. Of course, 4 of coins. You see this? Watch for the advice. Advice from someone very clever. Advice from someone very smart. Advice from someone very intelligent. Advice from someone with a perfect, beautiful balance, not only when it comes to their spirituality, but when it comes to their materialistic life. This person, they just do everything great. They just do everything perfect. On one hand, they're great like a business people, but on another hand, they're as spiritual as anything. This is when karmically people always do the right thing, so it always gets back to them. An important advice from somebody very special in your life, it's actually going to take place. Okay, on one hand, it's going to help you out to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but on another hand, it's also about the actual advice that you're going to have. Do you know what, my gorgeous Leonis? Now let me tell you that basically it's like when it comes to the actual health, it's like, oh my lord, I see a little bit of stress, because a lot is going to be going on, a lot is going to be happening. So I just want to say to you as well, a little bit of a stress this week is going to be quite significant, as I see here. But when it comes to this particular stress, I would really ask you if you can get like a natural B vitamins or a B vitamin complex, which is going to help you on one hand with your digestive system, but on another hand, it's going to help help you with the stress levels as well. What else I was going to say, super important, if you can get like organic flaxseed oil. Organic flaxseed oil is going to help you a lot to boost your immune system, but it's also going to help you with the sensitive joints and sensitive bones. You also need to get the calcium, magnesium, zinc alongside with the vitamin D. This is going to help you to boost your immune system, but it's also going to help you with the sensitive bones at the same time. This is important. And if you could also drink once a day organic dandelion tea, it would be super magnificent, because that is going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system, and it's also going to help you when it comes to the detoxification of your kidney and liver as well. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check this with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are actually in relationship, you know you're reaching an important stage, an important moment, and it's going to surprise you, because it's to do with like a certain like a delay, and it's to do with a certain lack of motivation at the same time. But it's important because it's something that you both wanted to do, something that you both wanted to happen, and something that requires from both of you to agree to this. So an important moment is going to happen when you're going to make an important decision, but you both need to agree for this. But it's actually really good indeed. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, you just need to remember that it's like still somebody who you need to remember to let go. You know, somebody's going to return into your mind, whether this is going to be somebody who's going to come physically into your life or a return, or whether this is going to be somebody who's going to like call you, whether this is going to be somebody who's going to bring you like some kind of like, whether you're going to get like a text message, however this is going to happen, whether physically this person is going to come in touch with you, or it's going to be in your mind. It's important to say that you are actually going to have, you need to let them go. You need to let them go. Once you do this, you also allow yourself and allow your spirit to evolve on your own personal spiritual journey. If you don't let them go, then you're just going to find yourself being in this cortex of the actual situation, of the energy, of the dimension, which is just going to be kind of swindling you around the same thing or around the same person that you have no longer have got any karma left. So that's why it's important to recognize the situation and to recognize who this person is indeed. So you can just release yourself. You can let them go, but you can also let yourself, release yourself at the same time. Okay, so now before I do Virgolini, I'm just gonna go and I am going to come back in just 1 second. Okay. Sorry. Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. My gorgeous Virgolini, my gorgeous Virgolini, my gorgeous Virgolini, you know, it's about this beautiful harmony that is going to come through. It's this harmonious energy which is just going to most certainly take a place from the actual beginning of this week. It's important to say this, which is going to reflect on you. It's going to reflect on your way of thinking. It's all about this beautiful tranquility that you are going to feel at the same time. It's an important moment because it's almost like a lot like a rest after like a difficult situation, rest after the negative situation, which is just going to provide you with an opportunity to move on with your life, because that in itself is going to enhance your very strong sense of direction that you had, very strong sense of direction when it comes to your future planning, but also very strong sense of direction when it comes to like, ooh la la, a big confirmation. And that big confirmation is going to provide you with an opportunity, very important opportunity by the end of this week. And this is all going to come in the form of some kind of vision and also certain idea. It's going to become absolutely superb here because it's going to provide you with a very sharp feeling, you know, which is also, on another hand, when I say sharp feeling, it's just going to help you to kind of like really move on with your life and to make an important decision. This is not so much about things changing like, oh my God, forever this week. No, baby, no. But it's about the actual confirmation that you are going to have, that I feel so strong, so powerful here, because it's about the actual union, it's about the actual well-being, you know, and it's also about the security and comfort at the same time. This is so important to say because it's the pure reflection of the time when you felt like quite powerless and you were uncertain what to do, and you were affected by it in many different ways without you even realized it, because it's to do with some kind of liberation at the same time. Powerless situation that was connected to some kind of liberation. It's going to take place, but the bottom line is it's all about the actual liberation at the same time. You know, I really like it. I see an important moment here when it comes to some kind of celebration. You will really literally want to like celebrate. This is how you're gonna feel. You're gonna hear a very good news, very important news, my gorgeous Virgolinis, and I'm so excited because it's to do about the problem coming to an end. It's to do about about the actual conclusion. It's at the same time to do with the fact that your intuition, it's going to kind of prove something to you at the same time. You were right, you were right, you were most certainly right. I really like this at the same time because that in itself is going to put you in a very powerful and very strong position. And that position is also at the same time going to be absolutely remarkable when it comes to some kind of negotiation, because you're going to be able to negotiate some kind of point that you weren't able to negotiate before. So therefore, on another hand, an important negotiation is also going to take place. And if you do can like control when you can have negotiations, if you do have important negotiations coming up, if you do them this week, it's going to be quite more relevant to you when it comes to your own achievement and when it comes to your own success. This is very good. And also, very important confirmation, very important confirmation. You're going to make your decision, an important decision, which is going to take an additional 3 months, additional 3 months to really kind of start taking off. 3 months later, this is going to become an important stage of your own spiritual journey, because it's to do with the success, it's to do with the actual gain, and it's also to do with an overcoming obstacle and challenge. But most certainly you will find yourself in an advanced way. It's beautiful, and it's to do with the victory, and victory. On another hand, what else I was going to say, a quite significant moment of justice, my gorgeous Virgolinis, indeed, an important moment of justice, and this is to do with like a quite while back, you were affected by this in a certain way, and that reflected on you some kind of like, it created like some kind of like a slow moment when it comes to an unfoldment of like situations, in your life, when it comes to like an unfoldment of the energy flow, it was all affected. So this is quite important moment in time that you're going to have, my gorgeous Virgolinis, because it's to do with the joy, it's to do with making an important decision, it's to do with the fact that your family is also going to find this really, really beneficial, or people around you that are really important are also going to benefit from this type of situation. So it's just like a one part of like a really, really big picture here. On another hand, my gorgeous Virgolinis, what else I was going to say, it's all about the actual, balanced force and harmony, which is going to bring this beautiful and relevant firmness in as well. So you will be able to kind of like make a decision based on the way you feel intuitively, and your intuition is not going to lead you astray. Just remember, it's super important to trust your own intuition, because you're going to come across with a problem which is going to involve another person, and you're going to be uncertain, and your heart is going to your mind is going to tell you one thing, but then your intuition is just going to be telling you something completely different. My gorgeous Virgolinis, it's important to follow your own intuition. This is what I want to say. This is what I want to stress, that it's important to follow your own intuition. Important more than ever. So now I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Well, I heard there was a secret chord. I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards, my gorgeous Virgolinis, and look at this, thriving. This is the time for you. This is the time to thrive. And also, when you come across a challenging situation, do not bring yourself down. Do not think negatively, because you're almost going to be like kind of like that you're going to be tricked into the situation, like that something is dark and negative and low energy, but that you can't really go around it. But most certainly you can. You can. This week will be important when it comes to your own personal development. Believe me or not, very, very important indeed. On another hand, my gorgeous Virgolinis, I'm going to take this Tarotini Cardini and I will see what is your tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Virgolini. What is your tarot card of the week? Two of Coins, this is brilliant because it's all about this balance coming back. An important, some kind of proposition is also going to happen. Something is going to be offered to you. But most certainly, this will be a very important step towards the direction when it comes to your own safety, because you are getting balance in this. Balance is very important when it comes to your own direction, when it comes to your life, when it comes to the next stage. But it's also going to be followed by an important vision by the end of this week. Very, very important vision you're going to have, my gorgeous Virgolinis. And the way you're going to have this vision, it's going to surprise you. You will know it's coming from somewhere else. You will know it's really important. You will know it's really significant when it comes to you acting on it in such a way where it's necessary, absolutely necessary for you to move on with this life by doing things that you want to do. Okay, so now when it comes to your health, it's super important to make sure that you understand that this week is going to be super relevant for you to try to boost your immune system by taking organic acerola cherry powder. Again, 1 teaspoon in a little bit of water in the morning, drink it, and 1 teaspoon with a little bit of water in the evening, drink it. That's twice a day, and this is going to boost your vitamin C levels, and this is on another hand going to boost your immune system. What else I was going to say, that it's important to take a vitamin D, natural vitamin D. It's also going to be beneficial for your immune system and for your bones as well at the same time, alongside the actual organic dandelion tea. Organic dandelion tea is going to be quite powerful when it comes to also flushing the toxins out of the system, and it's going to rejuvenate you so much, and it's going to be superb when it comes to your energy, something that I would really like you to actually take. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Virgolini, is basically also when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, you know, something is going to be confirmed to you both, maybe certain negativity or a certain fear when it comes to some kind of an unknown situation. You will both be awakened towards an unknown danger. So this is really good because you both as a couple will have a strong sign, an indication, and that is going to help you to move on from some kind of a hidden danger that was hidden up until this point, this moment in time. So this is going to be good because it's going to help you to protect yourself, okay? On another hand, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you know, it's that creativity that is going to return into your sign this week. This creativity is going to make you do something. It's going to make you be part of something. And this what is going to happen, it's also going to start a significant process and progress when it comes to your own creativity. It is going to rejuvenate you. It's going to rejuvenate your way of thinking. It's going to rejuvenate your mind. But most importantly, it's going to start unfolding a very important stage, which is just going to bring someone into your life. So therefore, through your own creativity this week, for those of you that are single, you are going to do something, you're going to make something, you're going to become a part of something which is on another hand also going to be strongly connected to the part of your life that is actually going to bring you someone very special in your life. So you see, this is all going to be strongly connected, important most certainly. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be doing reading for, it's my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Libra. Libra, 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 Libra. Raise your energy, my gorgeous Libra. Raise your energy. It's all about you. It's all about balance. It's all about your power. Libra, 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 Libera, 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 libera. Libera, 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 libera. Heal the world, make it a better place. For you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough about a living, make a better place for you and for me. You and for me. You and for me. You and for me. Gorgeous Libera, gorgeous Libera. My gorgeous Libera, this is important. You know, you're gonna have a bit of a hermit moment, but this hermit moment is gonna really, on one hand, is going to make you very deep. It's gonna make you like, it's gonna put you in like a thinking mode, and that in itself, it's also going to start up these energies, which are at the same time going to start unlocking so many dimensions around you. Just remember, there are many different dimensions around us. There are many different realms. It's all about us. It's all about our mind. It's all about how we see things. It's all about how we connect with things. But it's just something that was on your mind for the last 3 months. My Lord, heal the world. Something that was on your mind for the last 3 months, you know, something that was making you doubting things, that something that was making things really uncertain, but most certainly it was kind of making you indecisive. So it affected you. So something that was kind of on your mind for the last 3 months, it's going to be very much so connected to this important hermit moment that you're going to have. And that hermit moment is going to allow you to expand your way of thinking, to expand your mind. It's going to help you to think in a completely different way. And this is because you will be very highly self-illuminated. And this in itself, it's also going to enhance your radiance. You will make an important decision. And that decision will be very good. It's going to be huge, but it's not going to seem as important. But in 26 weeks exactly from now on, this is actually going to pretty much so take off really beautifully and nicely, and it's to do with your well-being, it's to do with a certain restrictions, it's to do with a certain dissatisfaction, but it's also to do with a certain satisfaction and an important light at the end of the tunnel. You will have a strong feeling that the results, very important results, are going to be nearly due, which is going to be really good, and it's also going to provide you with a new perspective. This perspective is very, very important, and by the time you get to the last part of this week, it's all going to be about this perspective that is just going to enhance your power, enhance your energy. It's going to rejuvenate you because you're going to start feeling optimistically, and this in itself is going to be a very important moment in time. As I said, this is to do with the actual part of your life, you know, the last 3 months that was causing lots of uncertainty. So the way out of the situation shall most certainly be beautifully provided to you here indeed. On another hand, what else is also going to happen here, that is just basically, you must not rush into any decisions, because there will be a little bit of a conflicting influence that you are going to have, conflicting situation through someone else, with someone else, and I have a feeling that this person is going to try to rush you into something. So I just tell you, do not rush into anything in particular. If you feel by somebody or by this person here to actually rush into something, it is just basically this week, no baby, no. The next week it's going to be absolutely fine, but this is going to be such an important week to just step away from this situation, and you will see just one night, just one evening away from this is going to help you to connect in a completely different way, and that is going to provide you with a knowledge where you can see and sense the situation from a completely different angle. This is important to say indeed. On another hand, you know, I really like it because you felt so far like certain delays have affected you, my God. gorgeous Libra. And these delays that affected you, they affected you in such a way where you felt like a bit of a lack of motivation. So this is important, because this is going to have such a nice little flip-flop moment, because that was creating chaotic situation, maybe even because of all this uncertainty. So that now that is slowly coming to an end, and it's most certainly going to bring you inspiration and potential. By the end of the week, something is going to be revealed to you, and that in itself is also going to reveal an inspiration and potential by you doing things where you feel free, what you feel like completely attached to, you know, without any influences or without any impact or influence from outside world or from anyone else around you. This is very important, because it's all about this significant realization that you are going to have through some kind of recognition. And that recognition that you're going to have, it's going to make you feel very honorable, you know, in many different ways, because it's most certainly about your own personal advancement, but it's just coming from the balanced force, harmony, firmness, and it's just coming from the actual beautiful moment in time where you're going to realize, you know, it's all about the practicality, doing things in the best way by being analytical and making sure that you're paying attention to those parts of your life that are actually making you frequently too restrained. Why is that? Why is it making you too restrained? And what you need to do in order to come out on the other side. And this is all at the same time important moment in time when it comes to you being very wise, because you're going to be so wise, and you're going to see yourself throughout this week like, oh, being attached to the things that you're not normally attached to. But most importantly, you're going to feel very wise. You will want to explore so much more. You will want to explore so much further. You're going to be inspired by quite a few different things this week, and it's important to write down and to make sure to remember what exactly do you feel inspired by, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle this oracle card, my gorgeous Libra, and I'm going to see what is your oracle card of the week. Oh dear. Okay, my gorgeous Libra. La 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 la. Simplicity. You're also going to have this, you see, of course, this is a highly spiritual time. Okay, the whole May, throughout the May, we will be visited by all sorts of spirits, because we will be walking through all sorts of dimensions. This is because the people around the world are starting to feel pretty much so the similar thing, and that it's also enhancing the vibration and energy in the same way, and in a very, very powerful way, where it's bringing people together. And that in itself, it's also going to be important when it comes to all sorts of different dimensions, because it's about a strong balance. And this is why the spirit, you see someone from the spirit world is going to visit you, but this is going to be a beautiful visit. This is going to be a beautiful moment, because it's going to feel very warm, it's going to feel very beautiful, it's going to feel really nice. It's not going to be like a scary moment or bizarre moment. So therefore, once this week, when you feel like really warm and really nice and really beautiful, and then you see some kind of sign, something fall off the table, or you see the beautiful white feather, or you see something really beautiful like a beautiful heart, or you see something like a beautiful, you know, the birds in the sky creating this beautiful shape or something, you know, it all depends how you're going to feel this, and it all depends how you're going to connect with this. But that moment in time is so important, because you will know that an absolutely mind-blowing revelation is going to be followed. A mind-blowing revelation is going to take place after that moment in time. So this is going to be the moment for you to prepare, but it's going to feel really, really good indeed. It's going to feel beautiful, in fact. Okay, so now your tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Libra. Libera. Oh, Ace Ace of Cups, beautiful, you see. The things are slowly going to start making sense. The things are slowly going to start getting together. But I will tell you that there is going to be a remarkable news. This is going to mean so much to you, an important news, because you will be able to express yourself. You will be able to live your life the way you want to. You will be able to carry on with your planning. Something absolutely remarkable is going to take place this week when it comes to you hearing an important news, and that is also going to provide you a strong and solid sense of direction where you were just so uncertain so far. So this is important, but it's about inspiration, new beginning, new start, and feeling excited, you know, feeling really deep, spiritual in so many different ways. An important start, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. So now, when it comes to your health, do you know what's really important for you when it comes to your health? Try to meditate as much as you can. Try to reconnect with the nature if you possibly can, my gorgeous Libra. And also, you know, meditate, like maybe like try to ground yourself by touching the ground with your hands, you know. Try to meditate in the nature if possible. If you can't meditate in the nature, understand the moment. But if you can try to meditate at home, you know, there are going to be all sorts of informations that you are going to be having. And you're going to benefit from this meditation because something is clearly going to become obvious to you through your own meditation when it comes to an unfoldment of events that you wouldn't normally be aware of, like a quite important psychic moment. On another hand, what else I was going to say, that try to drink as much water as you can. Water is super important for you to drink. Drink as much water as you can throughout this week. Please, it's going to help you to flush out the toxins, but it's going to be remarkable for your own rejuvenation. Vitamin D to boost your immune system and for your bones, and also organic acerola cherry powder in the morning and organic acerola cherry powder 1 teaspoon again in the evening alongside alongside zinc. This is going to be beneficial and pretty much needed in order for you to boost your immune system. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, then you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. On another hand, for those of you who are actually in relationship, you see, you need to kind of like, there is a problem that is going to come up that you will want to sort out, some kind of negativity that makes you feel really incomplete. Perhaps, I think that karmically there is a problem that is going to return into your life, what is really required from you to work on it as the couple. So the problem will return, but you need to kind of put a stop to it, but kind of like start some kind of process of unfoldment by paying attention to it, because it's returned. So it's something that was unfinished in the past in between you two, that you need to pay attention to it now, because if you don't, then it's going to turn into something quite negative later on. So this is your karmic opportunity, just to basically whatever comes up, you just deal with it then and there. Okay, for those of you who are single and ready to mingy, I don't think that this is the great time when you're going to find the love of your life or anything like that, my gorgeous Libra, sorry. But most importantly, it looks like you also need to learn to let go, because there is, I don't know, there is someone that maybe you were like kind of thinking about, someone who you were focusing on that you really shouldn't, but it's important to say that I don't actually like this person, because karmically this person is not meant to be around. And also, even more importantly, it's like almost like a little hidden enemy. So that's why, sorry, but it's just like, you know, it's just to basically whoever kind of like maybe try to comes back into your life, and then like an ex-lover or someone who you didn't even have anything with, you know, I don't maybe think that it's the right person for you, but you will know this, and it's important for you to realize at the same time, so you can let them go. Okay, let them go, because the earlier you do this, the earlier someone important is going to come into your life, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. Okay, before I go on Scorpioni, I will be just 1 minutini, sorry. La 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 la. Bam para para bam 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 dun 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 dun. Wow, can you hear my neighbors? My neighbors, my neighbors, my neighbors are happy. It's good to be happy. Good. It's good to be happy. Okay, so basically now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Scorpione, my gorgeous Scorpione. This is such an important week for you because it's just going to bring you like a mind-blowing, like ooh la la, vavavumish wake up call, okay? My gorgeous Scorpione, this week is very important because it's going to bring you mind-blowing, vavavumish, remarkable wake-up call. You know what? It's going to start with you feeling quite active and determined, and something is at the same time going to surprise you because there is a little news that you're going to hear at the same time. That news is going to help you to realize something, and that realization is at the same time going to help you to make a decision based on the actual your problem that it was kind of ongoing for the last 3 months. So therefore that problem is going to come to an end. It's just going to turn into rather nice flip-flop situation when you're not going to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but this is all going to be about an important satisfactory result at the same time, which means that uncertain situation, it's not only going to be quite beneficial for you, but it's also going to bring you the promise where you didn't have, and that promise is going to be absolutely everything because it's going to be bring you the focus, and that focus is gonna really confirm what exactly you should do. There are two particular things that are going to be making sense like there is no tomorrow. Two particular things that you're going to be thinking about, and both of these things are going to be just as equally important, as equally significant indeed, because they're coming from the harmonious energy that is activating you at the same time. It's this very powerful vibration which you're going to find very beneficial, and this is nothing unusual. It's very important to say that it's going to make you feel quite optimistic, and that is going to be that main factor which is going to push you towards this situation. It's all about your own personal rebirth, but you need to remember that you are going to be challenged this week, and challenge, you just need to listen to your own common sense. You just need to listen to your own intuition. Just trust yourself, because you are going to be very powerful, but at the same time it's about something that you have been in self-denial about. Then you need to be honest with yourself, because that in itself is also going to mark the beginning of a meaningful experience that you are going to have this week, and that experience is also going to feel like an adventure after a long time, after a while, and that in itself is going to become a highly important point when it comes to your own determination, my gorgeous Scorpione. It's important to remember that if you feel low, you just flip-flop this energy into your own optimism. You just change this energy, you just change this balance and use it for your own good. And you can do this as the thicker energy is, as the more negative energy is. Just remember, you just ignore it and you go for it. You do what you want to do, just ignore it. And the more you ignore it, the more you focus to the task at hand, the more powerful you are going to be, because that energy, that thickness of the negative energy, you can really turn into something positive for yourself at the same time. On another hand, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's all about the actual perfection this week. You know, it's something that you're going to realize, it's something that you're going to recognize, and I'm so happy for you. It's almost like it's a sacred, very sacred time, my gorgeous Scorpione. You going to be recognized by someone very special and very important, and on another hand, you're going to recognize something completely different about yourself and about what you want to do. At the same time, it's beautiful because it's going to bring this perfection, it's going to bring the feeling of honor, and that in itself, it's going to make you realize some kind of capability, you know, something that you're capable of, something that you're really good at. You're really gonna need to be like, yay, I'm gonna go for it. It's who you are. Your essence is gonna require attention from you. That particular energy is gonna become obvious indeed, but it's to do with the actual good news that you're going to have at the same time, and that in itself, it's about your reward from hard work, success, and admiration from others at the right moment, at the right time. It's gonna make you realize, oh my god, it's to do with a really negative stage in your life that was making you like kind of uncertain. So now you will know that it's the time, it's about to happen, the door about to open for an unlimited change. It's all about the actual unlimited change and ultimate change. This is very important for you, my gorgeous Scorpione, indeed. On another hand, this week, it's also going to bring you the moment of justice, which is going to bring you balance, harmony, and it's to do with a reward, important reward. You know, it's to do with important, like, good intentions that you had. So now this is going to come back at you beautifully, karmically, and watch for the advice, an important advice when it comes to you wondering something about yourself, wondering about the next stage, next journey when it comes to your own skill. Remember to make sure that you understand that there will be an important advice that you're going to have at the same time, but it's not going to be direct. Okay? So now, also, you will be challenged. You know, this is an incredible week when it comes to some kind of apprenticeship, okay? And you're also going to be challenged. Yeah, I just have to say this. You're going to be challenged in such a way where you're going to kind of, oh God, I'm not too sure. Just remember to stay committed to the task at hand. This is a very important moment in time because it's also going to provide you with a perspective, with a brand new perspective by the end of the week. And this perspective, it's going to be absolutely everything because it's going to help you to realize how brave you are, how powerful you are. Your own capacity is very strong, and also it's going to help you all this feeling to make a really responsible and mature decision. This is how you're gonna feel. This is important, my gorgeous Scorpione, indeed. So now I'm going to no, please don't fall, my flowers. Sorry. There you go. Is that alright, baby? Is that okay, my darling? Is that right, darling? Not gonna fall on me? Oh my God! So now my gorgeous Scorpione. Oh gosh. Okay. There is a spirit called Linda. Linda is having an important message for you, my gorgeous Scorpione. Linda is having an important message for you, my gorgeous Scorpione. Just keep going and keep going and keep going. Linda is saying that something absolutely remarkable is going to happen in exactly 3 months for you. I'm not saying that you have to wait 3 months, Linda says, but it's just something really remarkable is going to take place in 3 months time. Whatever you start, whatever you begin, whatever you feel attached to, whatever it's around you, don't understand, oh, I want to do this, I don't understand how I want to do this. Just remember, Linda said, whatever spiritual seed you plant, it's going to take off 3 months later. Thank you, Lindy. Okay. Simplicity, this is another one. You see, this is just confirming what I just said again. You see, not only you had your own confirmation from Linda right now, but you're also going to have a very warm and very beautiful sign from the spirit, my gorgeous Scorpione, this week. And it's just to do with you feeling different, with you feeling strange, with you feeling unusual on one of the days. But at the same time, when you feel like this, you will see something beautiful. There will be a remarkable, beautiful moment when you're going to feel connected to that moment, connected to that sign. And that moment and that sign is also going to be pretty much so connected to the spirit from the spirit world, who will let you know that something absolutely remarkable is about to take place. You will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Scorpione. Okay, you see, what you put on stand, what part of your life this week that was on hold is just gonna start moving like a beautiful water. The part of your life that was on hold so far, perhaps, you know, because of the different reasons, is most certainly going to start flowing. And the flow is also about to bring you an opportunity. An opportunity is also going to bring you beautiful energy. This beautiful energy is also going to bring you a healing energy. And most certainly it's about you being and feeling victorious. An important victory, Scorpione. An important victory. This is very personal to you. Okay, so now I'm just going to take these tarot cards and I'm going to see what is your tarot card of the week. Tarot card of the week. It's like a cheesy, you know. Tarot card of the week. God. Okay. Tarot card of the week. Well, I heard there was a secret chord the Scorpione played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: Scorpione, Scorpione, my baby Scorpio. Nine of Cups. I mean, come on, man. This is really good. You know, things are finally going to start making bloody sense. Things are finally going to start making sense indeed. You know, you're reaching a very important stage of your life that is going to help you to see that things are moving on, but it's all about the conclusion, which is also going to provide you with the beautiful feeling, the beautiful harmony, which is on another hand going to confirm very solid stage of your life. It's coming up, you know. It's important because it's about your security and power, but most certainly future planning. Absolutely remarkable week, which is going to bring you promise, an important promise. This is the beginning of something very special. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpiones, indeed. When it comes to your health, where are you, Scorpione? When it comes to your health, you also need to make sure that you are taking something to boost your immune system. So it's like organic acerola cherry powder. Again, 1 teaspoon in the morning, drink it, 1 teaspoon in the evening, drink it. And also, organic acerola cherry powder. And also vitamin D and zinc. These things are absolutely essential, super essential for you to take. So it's organic acerola cherry powder, natural zinc supplement, and vitamin D. This is something that you really need to take alongside with organic dandelion tea. Oh my god, it's remarkable. Organic dandelion tea, if you can drink once a week, once every day, it would really help you to also boost your immune system, and it's also going to help you with your energy levels, believe me or not, and it's going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now basically I'm just going to see what is going to happen with those of you that are in a relationship. You know, Scorpione, it's important to say, Scorpio, come out to play. Scorpio, come out to play. Scorpio, come out to play. That's how you're going to feel, like really positive, really good, really exciting, okay? And this is also going to be very good for for the couples as well. But on another hand, when it comes to the actual couples, you know, your hard work is about to pay off. There you go. It's about the progress. It's about your hard work. It's about the actual results of effort are nearly here. And this is just going to mean everything when it comes to those of you that are couples. On another hand, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy it, you know what? Someone is slowly going to start becoming the part of your dimension, the part of your element here, you see. It's quite interesting to say that this person is connected to some kind of departure, this person is also connected to some kind of journey, and this person is also advanced in many different ways, and this person is also going to manifest and happen in your life when you least expected. But for some reason this is showing this week, my gorgeous Scorpioni, because some kind of stage is going to take an important progress when it comes to your life, when it comes to you finding yourself on an advanced level. That advanced level, it's going to be shared with this particular person. So this particular person is about to walk into your life, you see, and it's going to be someone very, very interesting indeed. One step at a time, my gorgeous Scorpionis, one step at a time. Okay, so before I do the Sagittarini, I'm just going to be 1 minutini, okay? La 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 la. Red pants. Okay. My gorgeous Sagittarini, now I want to say something. I want to say that this week is going to bring you a bit of a change. And when I say that this week is going to bring you a bit of a change, right from the beginning, is that you are almost going to be tricked into like a certain situation, certain way of thinking. And then you're going to realize that maybe perhaps you were tricked into the certain way of thinking that caused the negativity that reflect on your life. It reflect on your way of thinking. And also it was kind of like it shadowed a certain part of your life being like kind of available to you. And this is a lot to do with the subconscious mind, and it's a lot to do with the conscious mind, and it's a lot to do with the things that are happening around. This is all just part of the same problem, part of the same picture. But the bottom line is that at the beginning of this week, you're going to hear something really important. Okay, and it's to do with you, it's to do with what you were doing for the last 7 months, it's to do what you were paying attention to, it's to do what you were focusing on, because most certainly this was like kind of connected to the uncertainties at the same time that were kind of affecting you, you see. So it's basically about the success. It's a raining man, hallelujah, it's a raining man. Now this is really good, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. I think you're gonna like it. It's to do with the success, and it's to do with your own gain, and it's to do with like really overcoming an annoying obstacle, you know, and challenge as well at the same time. It's just about the actual finding yourself in an advanced stage, on an advanced level, which is really good. And it's also going to bring you an element of surprise. This element of surprise that you're going to have, it's going to be pretty much so helping you to find yourself on an advanced level, as I said, but it's to do with a victory. An important negotiation shall take a place. An important negotiation will take a place, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and that means two things. On one hand, it means that there will be the negotiation that you're going to have, which will be successful. But on another hand, if you want to talk about something really important, if you want to discuss certain important issues, if you want to discuss things that you are really uncertain about that are affecting you, most certainly this week is just going to be absolutely beautiful, because it's going to provide you with a successful negotiation. So that means that the luck is going to be on your side when it comes to it. So you're going to be able to come on top of it, you see, really nicely and beautifully. So you can drive this situation for yourself if you really wish, if you start a certain progress when it comes to some kind of negotiation, whatever it is. In also a negotiation with like, also this is not connected to this, but you are going to have an important conversation with somebody quite very significant in your life, and this is also going to kind of make a quite challenging situation about this situation. It's going to make you feel really challenging, but then you're going to do really, really great anyway. So this is all about you, and it's all about your passion, and just don't think about any negativities, because it's just, there is no point to bring yourself down, because that if you think in a negative way about the certain challenges that you have, then that is just going to prevent you to move on and to get the best out of it, because there is also going to be quite nice little surprise that you are going to have through this. On another hand, you know, it is about the actual bit of like an important healing is also going to come through, because you will find yourself challenged. You know, someone is going to like kind of wind you up this week, or someone is going to return into your mind, and you're going to be angry with them. I know it sounds really weird, and I know it sounds like, oh yeah, you're just telling me like to forget about forgive and forget. It's not about forgive and forget like when it comes to them necessarily, but it's about you releasing releasing yourself, you moving yourself from that situation, from that journey that no longer serves you. In fact, it just created like a negative karmic point and moment that is preventing you to move on, and it's preventing your spirit to grow, and it's preventing your spirit to reach a really enlightening stage until you realize this yourself. So if someone like kind of is like a little bit annoying to you, and then you're like, oh, you're like pissed off or angry with them, or this is a longer process when somebody just returns into your life in your mind and becomes the part of your dimension, it's just so important karmically for you to remember to forgive and forget, because that way you're gonna release yourself, and that way you're gonna also at the same time gonna realize some kind of like disappointment with someone around your life, disappointment with somebody or with somebody's actions, you know, that left a little bit of bitter experience, you know, and it maybe confused you a little bit, you know. This is also going to be quite enlightening moment in time, because through that negativity you're also going to be able to avoid like a negative and a little bit like a strange, like a little bit of a hidden danger, you know. But at the same time, this is going to make you realize something out of the chaotic or confusing situation in your life that was preventing you to move on. It's all about the actual growing spiritually with this particular energy, but also it's about the inspiration and potential that you're going to have, in particular when it comes to your own security, in particular when it comes to your own power. Something is going to happen, and it's going to allow you to carry on planning, an important planning when it comes to your future this week. And this is going to be brilliant because it's connected to the time of your life that you felt powerless. So now this is also going to make and create a really beautiful sense of liberation, which is on another hand going to be super beneficial when it comes to you making an important judgment at the same time. And this is to do with your determination, this is to do with your security, this is to do with your power, but it's also to do with an important moment in time when you will know that some kind of reorganization will be super important, you know, in order to have results of efforts, you know, which are most certainly nearly due, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know. By the end of this week, you know, something, it's got some kind of idea you're going to have, and this is going to be so good, this idea that you're going to have, you know. You're not going to realize how important this is going to be later on. December 2020, of course that it's going to be December, my gorgeous Sagittarini. This is the spiritual seed that you're going to plant, and in December 2020 this is a very strong connection to this time when this is actually going to take place. It's going to cause lots of joy to you and people around you, and it's also going to make you feel very honorable indeed. Actually, now when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Sagittarinis, you see, you will benefit from eating garlic. No, this is truth. You will benefit from eating garlic. So I wouldn't recommend you garlic. I know garlic smells really strong, okay, I understand. But one little clove of garlic every day, if you could have, it's just going to help you so much. This is an important little herb to actually take. It's ridiculously powerful. It's ridiculously strong, not only when it comes to the actual smell, but also to protect you against the actual, it's to boost your immune system by protecting you in such a powerful ways. It's remarkable. So it's something that I highly recommend you to take. And so garlic would be fantastic, and also organic acerola cherry powder in the morning and in the evening. 1 teaspoon, drink it, and that is also going to replenish vitamin C levels. Organic acerola cherry powder, very important, alongside natural zinc, alongside vitamin D, which is both going to be beneficial to boost your immune system and for your bones as well. On another hand, what else I was going to say, please, if you can drink organic dandelion tea, which is absolutely superb, at least once a day, believe me or not, this is also going to boost your immune system, and it's going to be remarkable when it comes to get rid of negative toxins out of the system, and it's going to be very beneficial when it comes to your kidney and liver cleansing as well at the same time. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm just going to shuffleini this Oracolini, Cardini. I'm just gonna shuffle these oracle cards, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and I'm going to see what is your oracle card for this stage from the 4th until the 10th of May 2020. You see, it's about a gateway, my gorgeous Sagittarini. What was bringing you down so far? What was preventing you to move on? What caused you feel like a negative? What made you feel a little bit heavy? It's the gateway. This week will provide you with an important realization, an important opportunity. And that opportunity is going to be way out of the situation that was no longer serving you and it was just taking your energy away from you. An important, powerful gateway is going to happen this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. Okay, so now I'm just going to take these tarot cards. And I don't want to disturb my little flower babies. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and I'm going to see what is your tarot card of the week. This is important. Oh, dear Lord, dear Lord. You see, of course, that you've got a justice. Of course that you've got a justice. So what do I say? 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 It's to do with the justice, you know, my babies. It's justice spiritual. It's justice mentally. It's important to say the couple of justices, the realization when it comes to looking at the big picture, at the things that you couldn't understand, the things that were confusing you. And this in itself is going to be important when it comes to your personal balance. But also, if you've been waiting for some kind of justice and you felt like you were done wrong, you know, the justice is coming, my gorgeous babies. This week, this is going to become evident, and that in itself is bringing in the proper balance. And that in itself also I need to remind you to make sure that you understand that there will be remarkable advice that you're going to get at the same time. When you hear about a certain justice, my babies, that means to you so much. Just make sure that you gather this powerful information, because there will be an advice for you there, an important advice. Okay, so now basically when it comes to your those of you in relationship, you know, it's the challenge. You are going to have a challenge both as a couple, and for you to actually go for it, there is some kind of request that you're both going to kind of benefit from. So there is a certain request that you're both going to have, and that request that you're both going to have it, you're both going to benefit from, but it's most certainly going to be connected to a certain challenging situation. So you just need to be very brave and just go for it. So an important challenge you're both going to have as a couple, you know, but you're going to be absolutely fine, because most certainly that challenge is going to be completely connected to an important opportunity that is soon going to arrive. Okay, so now for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's just to basically know it is not going to be the time when you're going to find the love of your life, but most certainly it is just some kind of something that you're going to be thinking about at the time when you are thinking about a certain accomplishment. You see how powerful this is, something that you're going to be thinking about at the same time. It's going to be connected to the change, it's to the new things in your life, to the new dimension, new direction. This is also very strongly connected to someone very powerful who is going to walk into your life. So just when you think about the changes, for those of you that are single, the part of change, it's also going to be the fact that someone very special is about to walk in at the same time. You see, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I know it sounds very complex, but most certainly all these things are so highly connected. Okay, so before I do Capricornius, I'm just going to be 1 minute. You're going to say, oh no, where are you going again? Capricornius. Dun, 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 Capricornius, dun, 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 Capricornius, dun, 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 Capricornius. Okay, just la 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 la. Capricornius, dun 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 dun. 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 Capricornius, dun 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 dun. Capricornius, dun 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 dun. Capricornius. Capricornius, Capricornius, bam 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 bam. Capricornius, dun 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 dun. To raise your energy. Capricornius, bam 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 bam. Capricornius, bam 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 bam. Capricornius, bam 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 bam. Capricornius, dun 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 dun. Capricornius, dun 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 dun. Capricornius, dun 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 dun. Capricornius, my gorgeous Capricornius, you've got like, oh my god, do you know what, you've got like a bit of a yin yang moment here, but this is a very strong yin yang, you know. And first of all, what is going to happen to you? I need to make sure you understand this. Now, a bit of a tower little bitch here. Little tower moment. You're going to have a little tower moment, you know, but then again, it's just nothing that is going to completely surprise you. Maybe something that you have been thinking about, maybe something that you were aware of, because it's not something that is going to completely surprise you, but it's going to be connected to the little bit of change that you are going to kind of be facing. And this change that you're going to be facing, my gorgeous Capricornius, is to do with a complete and sudden change. But then again, it's going to help you to see the bigger picture, and it's going to help you to realize that certain things are slowly going to come to an end. But then again, it's going to provide you with an opportunity, with a sacred opportunity, where you already know this, and you will know that this is all part of the progress. This is all part of the process. This is all part of your own rebirth, which is at the same time going to allow you to make a really nice adjustment, and that it's going to mark the ending, but at the same time very, very important beginning through an unexpected event. And that is just going to make you realize that, oh my god, but then at the same time it is going to be quite wonderful, because it's going to redirect you where you need to go towards. At the same time, very strongly I feel that you are going to have a superb confirmation about something absolutely crazy. Maybe something crazy, some kind of way of thinking that you had, something that you expanded your mind so much, and something came to you like an important psychic moment within the last 3 weeks, and maybe it seemed like, no, it's not really that, but it's actually going to be that. And it's really good, because that is also going to make you realize how like psychic you are, how deep you are, how powerful you are. But it's on another hand going to provide you with an opportunity, and that opportunity is purely going to start like an idea that you're going to be thinking about at around the end of this week, my gorgeous Capricornius. And this is really good, and not only you will benefit from it, but there are people, like I said before, I've seen this before, people around you and in your life are going to benefit from this quite a lot as well. It's going to take an additional 4 months, which this particular spiritual seed, this idea, this moment that is going to happen, it's just going to become very solid little seed, spiritual seed planted in the ground, which is going to take another 4 months in order to unfold, in order to develop. But most certainly it's really good. And it's to do with the actual very important moment in time when it comes to the actual inspiration and potential. And I really like it, because you're going to strongly feel activity and determination. But this is to do with your own experience. This is to do with your own personal field and things like that. So an important idea is going to help you to kind of like reflect on the part of your life that was keeping you frequently restrained. You're just going to learn how to let it go. And that in itself, it's also also going to help you realize what points in your life exactly are very important to pay attention to at the moment, to not to overlook them, but to very important moments, to things to pay attention to it, because the things are very uncertain at the moment to many people, which just kind of is clouding the spiritual path in between us and in between our future. So, and when that happens, it's very difficult to plan things. So now this energy is going to shift when it comes to you, my gorgeous Capricornius, and that's brilliant because it's also going to provide you and make you realize what you were in self-denial about, and that in itself is going to make you feel very successful, in particular when it comes to the admiration from other people. Also, something is going to bounce back, some kind of progress that you started not that long ago and it ended up like an unfinished business. So now this is going to bounce back really nicely and it's going to come back as a reward. And this is also going to make you feel really proud of yourself because it's going to confirm an important stage about to happen through this situation. But also, it's just going to make you feel really good, and it's going to bring you determination and initiative and strength that is rather important at this moment in time. What else I was going to say, do you know what? Most importantly, my gorgeous Capricornius, you're actually reaching a significant part of your life very strongly when it comes to your personal security, when it comes to your safety, when it comes to your family, and when it comes to family matters. Something very important is going to take place, an important progress, and you are going to be absolutely super essential here, of course. An important progress when it comes to family matters, and also most importantly when it comes to home and rewards of a reward that you've been waiting for. You know, it's about to come through. Very important because it's going to make your determination very enhanced, and that is going to inspire you, and it's most certainly going to make like a powerless situation a rather nice flip-flop moment, and it's going to turn it into the moment of liberation. This is very important because there are three important spiritual paths which are going to be revealed to you at the same time, spiritually, what to pay attention to, my gorgeous Capricornius, at the same time. You know, an indecisive situation also, it's a pretty much so connected to the dissatisfaction that you have been going through because of the uncertainty, and that made you feel a little bit indecisive. In particular, over the last 2 months, this was very kind of like an essential stage for you and for your own progress. So now an important decision you are going to make, and that decision is going to be based on the actual time of your life when you were kind of feeling frequently restrained, and it's going to be very good because it's just so much so to do with the hidden emotion and with your own practicality at the same time. Very important, but even more importantly is to do with the departure, journey, and most certainly advancement into the unknown, that you're going to feel absolutely super excited, and it's going to bring you an important outcome from the past effort. And that, my gorgeous Capricornius, will be everything, because you're going to feel like you're going through your own rebirth at the same moment. You know, very, very important moment in time for you, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. Let me just say, on another hand, you know what, an important realization, you know, in particular when it comes to the actual invitation, you know, some kind of opportunity, you will become aware of it and you will know this is soon to arise. You just have to wait a little bit longer, but you're going to be absolutely fine. It's to do with a certain arrival, approach, and most certainly it's to do with an advancement, you know, and it's to do with a certain challenge at the same time. But it's all about this realization that things are moving on in your life, my gorgeous Capricornius, towards the right direction. One step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. Of course, look at this gateway as well. You're also going to have an important way out of the situation. What was bringing you down? What was slowing you down? What was affecting you? What was affecting your energy? What was affecting your way of thinking? What was affecting people around you? Look at this gateway, my babies. This is powerful and it's very important. Very important, because on one hand it's a way out of the negative situation, but on another hand it's all about you expressing yourself and proving an important point. But at the same time it's about the actual good influence, a successful combination, which is going to require certain adjustment from you as well. Okay, I have a feeling I'm giving you an extra oracle card, my gorgeous Capricornius, this is an extra oracle card. Look at it, release. You see, just think optimistically. You will have an important conversation this week. Okay, very important conversation. It's going to make you feel a bit nervous and it's going to make you feel really negative. Just remember, be yourself. Be yourself. This is the time for you to be yourself and to release yourself by being yourself. Okay? Absolutely important. Remarkable, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards. Tarot cards. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Capricornius. Okay, oh, Ace of Swords. I mean, this is remarkable because this is all about this wonderful moment in time, you know. You will be able to make an important continuation, you know. Maybe certain things kind of slow down a little bit, and that affected your planning, that affected your enlightenment, your personal enlightenment. So this is all about you reaching a very solid stage of your personal enlightenment, which is on another hand going to help you realize it's going to give you enough bravery, you know, to make a quite significant decision. But that in itself is important to say because it's all about a balanced force, harmony and firmness that you're going to have at the same time, and that in itself is going to lead you towards the resolution of the problem. It's all about the conclusion, healing, you know, satisfactory result that you're going to have at the same time, but it's about this inspiration that is going to see you through. Very important inspiration. I really like it because it looks like, you know, it's all about your activity and determination, which is just going to boil down towards this idea that you're going to have it around the end of this week. And this idea is going to help you so much. On one hand, it's going to reveal lies and negativity from someone, but on another hand, it's just going to be so important because you're going to feel so much wiser. And it's all about this very powerful and strong confirmation, which is going to help you to reach a very high moment of your own, important moment of your own conclusion, and that in itself is going to bring you completely different perspective. Very important, my lord, my lord, my lord. When it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Capricornians, this is all about you making sure that you're taking organic acerola cherry powder, like I said before. In the morning, drink it, and in the evening before you go to sleep, drink it. Make sure that you're taking vitamin D, natural vitamin D. Make sure you're taking natural zinc supplement, and also this is all to boost your immune system, indeed. But also just make sure that you're taking organic, that you're drinking, if you can, organic dandelion tea. It's very important because it's going to boost your immune system, it's going to increase your energy levels, and it's going to be absolutely superb when it comes to flushing down the toxins, flushing out the toxins out of the system, and it's going to be fantastic for your kidneys and liver as well. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are in relationship, oh my God, it's all about your home. It's all about a big change, and it's all about the happiness, and it's all about joy. It's all about you enjoying your life again. I'm not saying that you are not enjoying your life, please don't get me wrong, but it's just something is going to happen important, which is going to reflect on you feeling very happy, you know, joyful, very pleasurable at home. You know, it's to do with the contentment. You know, things are finally going to start making sense for the couples, but at the same time you will be able to think about some kind of big change, and this is going to mean so much to you because it's all about the honor that you are going to feel, all about the beautiful reputation and the support that you're both going to have as a couple. Okay, so for those of you that are single and ready to mingle. For those of you that are single and ready to mingle, this is very interesting because at the same time you're going to feel an urge to learn something. Like when it comes to the deep concentration, when it comes to the new stage, when it comes to the new opportunity, you know, this is all going to be connected to you learning a new stage, wanting and needing to learn something new, something different. But it's to do with an expansion of what you're doing already. You may not even do this consciously. Maybe you're just going to find yourself yourself like kind of reading extra, learning extra, expanding your mind. But that in itself, it's also going to start a process, an important process where someone else is going to slowly start walking into your life, because that learning process, that learning experience is later on, and it's not going to be that long, going to play a beneficial part for you making a certain change by doing this, by learning this, by going there, by becoming a part of this energy, part of this dimension, part of this direction. This is going to be strongly connected to someone very important who is about to walk into your life. Just remember, Capricornians, it's all connected, one step at a time, one step at a time indeed. Okay, so now before I do Aquamarini, I'm just going to be 1 secondini. Okay, sorry. I'm going to be 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius. It's a win-win for my little Aquamarini. This is a win-win situation for my little Aquamarini, most certainly, because it's marking the end of some kind of a struggle this week, okay? Marking the new beginning, an important beginning. Very solid stage, very powerful stage. Things are about to start clicking together, my bambinis and bambinas. Indeed, when I say things are about to start clicking together, it's things are about to start falling into places where they're meant to fall into. And this is important. Just remember, it's a win-win situation for you, my gorgeous Aquamarini. You've been waiting for this for a long time. You've been anticipating this moment for a long time. It's not all gonna happen this week, but most certainly it's going to start with the good news, and that good news is gonna provide you with not only solid like feeling, oh yes, thank you God, you know, but also at the same time it's gonna prove an important point, an important moment to you to keep going, my gorgeous Aquamarini. Stay true to yourself, you know, don't change your mind, just keep going, keep going, keep going. You're not not only going to prove something so huge to yourself, but this is going to be an important stepping stone that you're also going to go over at the same time. And this week is so significant when it comes to your own personal unfoldment. It's so important that it's going to mark the beginning of a wonderful energy which is going to inspire you. It's going to bring you so much optimism. It's going to bring you so much excitement, and it's good. This is very deep. This is very personal. At the same time, this is a very powerful moment that you're going through because it's to do with you. It's to do with the people in your life. It's to do with people who really mean to you so much. An important moment in time, and that is also going to make you feel very active, and that is also going to bring up the determination. This determination is going to bring a significant balance, which is going to let you know what exactly you need to do with your progress, with your personal progress. You see, this determination is going to be the key factor for you to realizing what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, and how exactly you're going to go around and about this process as well. You're also going to come to terms with the fact that a certain male person was just being a little bit dishonest about you, around you, in your life. But this is again kind of symbolically, I see really big mustache, when I focus on it. But then symbolically, big mustache means not somebody who's physically having a big mustache, but it's to do with a man, and it's to do with like some kind of dishonesty, because mustache, they're hiding this mouth. So they have been like kind of dishonest to you. So you're going to also find out about this person. But this is going to be good because, you on one hand, you will be able to kind of like look towards the certain change that you're going to have after that moment. And that change will be good for you and very beneficial in many different ways, because the things are going to turn out to be quite positive and quite optimistic for you at the same time. On another hand, my gorgeous Aquamarini, there is a return of someone very special about to walk into your life. Someone is about to walk in your life, someone very special, but the return of, not necessarily, an ex-lover or anything like that. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. Someone very special, someone who is like in this life, but it's from a completely different realm. Somebody who you always felt very strongly connected to, somebody who was always very important person in your life, and somebody who you just felt so connected to all this time throughout your life, but maybe you lost a little bit of touch, maybe you lost a little bit of contact. That particular person is going to start returning into your life, and it's really good and it's important because that person is going to be super relevant for you when it comes to you feeling kind of indecisive at around the end of this week. That person is going to play an important role because that person will know exactly what to do when it comes to some kind of advancement of yours, when it comes to your personal advancement, but also when it comes to making an important decision. It's all about determination, initiative, and strength, but also the actual fact that you will know exactly what were you in self-denial about at the same time, and that is going to be connected strongly to the actual new learning process. This is important, new learning process. You heard I said this. It's important to say because this week your spirit is going to go on much higher level because you're going to learn something important karmically, which is going to reflect on your spirit. So that's why you're just going to come to terms with some kind of stage of your life. It's not gonna turn out the way you wanted it, but then again it doesn't matter because it's at the same time going to mark a process of your own invocation when it comes to the focus, and that focus is also going to reflect on your personal radiance, which is just going to be absolutely everything when it comes to resolution of a problem, an important conclusion, which is going to bring you solace, healing, satisfactory result, absolutely mind-blowing compromise. Absolutely mind-blowing compromise you're going to have, and this compromise is going to bring the problem to an end, but 3 months later it's going to take about 3 additional months for this to unfold the way it should unfold, but most certainly it is going to activate you, most certainly it's going to give you the reason for celebration, and most certainly it's going to be connected to the completion, but at the same time, my gorgeous Aquamarini, to the new beginning as well. Okay, do you know what, I just really like it because it's just like a basically also when it comes to the actual materialistic gain. There is something to do with materialistic gain, and also you're gonna have a bit of like a BB moment, you know, a BB moment. That means that you are karmically going to be tested a little bit. So it's so much so that you're gonna find yourself in a situation where someone needs a little bit of help, and you are going to like be able to help them, but it's on you. It's up to you to realize who this is in your life, because they will not come out to you, they will not say this to you, but they will really need your help. And it's just maybe, you know, on one hand it's a very spiritual thing to do, but on another hand it's so important for you to be able to single out who this is, because remarkable thing is going to happen later on karmically. You know, this is very important for you to single out, because something is going to happen, and it's going to happen in a form of a reward where you have your power enhanced, and it brings you the promise where there wouldn't be the promise normally. So this is a very deep, it's very complex, and it's just part of the really big picture, which is going to bring you a missing puzzle into your life. But at the same time, that when that missing puzzle lands, you know, it's just the whole picture is going to be completely different to what you thought, but in a good way indeed. Okay, on another hand, basically what else I was going to say, do you know what, my gorgeous Aquamarini, I have to say this, you know, let me tell you something. What was bringing you down within the last 10 months, you know, you are having, and again, such a complex week, but in the best possible way, because this is to do with your own personal unfoldment, and it's to do with the actual pain and affliction, a little bit of sadness, a little bit of like a desolation, disappointment, sorrow that you could have gone through the last 10 months. Indeed. But in particular, they were very highlighted in the last, or within the last 10 weeks actually. So it's 10 months, but very much highlighted and very much heavier, because it was all enhanced within the last 10 weeks. So that is going to have such an important moment, because it's coming to an end, and you are going to see the benefit, an important benefit here, and that is going to become your lighty at the end of the tunnely. Indeed. But on another hand, you know what? Aquarius. It's about a destiny, fortune. Listen to me, my babies. You are gonna do something really significant here. What is going to happen? You're gonna come across the situation where you wouldn't even think that you would be. So this is all gonna happen like kind of like a not expectable. You wouldn't expect this. So you're gonna find yourself somewhere where you didn't think that you would be this week. And that in itself, it's also going to basically require from you to act in a certain way, like really quickly, you know, and you're gonna react to something, you're gonna put your foot down, and this is really good, because it's gonna surprise you what you're gonna say, but it's gonna be the right thing, because it's gonna come out of the blue. But babies, it's coming from the deepest parts and the deepest levels of your subconscious mind, so it's going to be sacred. You're going to be sacredly guided. So when you respond to something really quickly, you're gonna surprise yourself how quickly you responded in a different way to you would normally respond to. But then again, that is going to be also remarkable, because you will know that that moment is, oh my Lord, is to do with your destiny. This week is to do with your destiny, is to do with your fortune, is to do with your fate, is to do with an amazing outcome. You're going to find yourself on an advanced level, and I'm happy for you, because this is to do with a bitter experience in your life, but also is to do with culmination, an important conclusion that is just going to make you realize like, oh my God. And you know, an important conclusion is going to make you realize that you're approaching the end of the problem, and it's fantastic and it's remarkable. And that at the same time, it's also going to help you to release your tension, release the negativity, which is on another hand going to provide you with an opportunity to carry on planning. So some kind of spiritual seed you're going to plant here. At the same time, it's going to take an additional 11 weeks to actually for this to take over, to go through, but most certainly it's going to be remarkable, because it's just connected to the time when you were so worrying and you were uncertain. So most certainly this is going to be an important moment in time where I have to say you are going to find it challenging, and you're going to also find yourself this week maybe like part of some kind of competition where you don't even plan this, but this is so good. Any competition or anything that you feel like it could be a competition is just going to provide you with an amazing not only influence, not only impact on your life, but also it's just going to work out to be really good and beneficial for you. A remarkable negotiation is also going to take place, my gorgeous Aquamarine. Aquamarini. So if you do want to negotiate or anything like that, if you feel like a negotiate this week, this could be actually a brilliant week to do it, because the energy is just going to be on your side indeed. Okay, so now, sorry. Now I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, my gorgeous Aquamarini indeed. Aquarius, Aquarius, when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, Aquamarini is about to go happy. Excited, excited, time to Magician, my babies, this is the week when the problem is going to come to an end. This is the week when you're going to start living again. This is the week when you're going to start feeling your own passion again. This is the week when you're going to start feeling that missing vibrancy again. But most importantly, something kind of absolutely mind-blowing is going to take place, where you're going to respond to the situation, and then what is going to be highlighted about you, what you want to do, how you want to do it. You know, it's all about your own progress. It's all about your internal feeling. It's all about your power. It's all about your security. It's all about the advancement, you know, and it's all about who you are and what is going to need it from you next in order to expand yourself in the best possible way. It's going to be provided to you this week. It's to do with you, who you are, what you like doing, what you know doing. Every single one of us is here with amazing different things about us. So this is something very beautiful and important about you, which is going to need a little bit of water. It's like a flower about you. You're a flower, you're a rose, and now you're going to need to water that part of you, which is just going to need a bit more enhancement for you to take it to an advanced level. So the certain thing that you're doing, it's going to go on the whole next level, and this is because the energy is getting where it's meant to get, basically. So now I'm going to shuffle these oracle cards, my gorgeous Aquamarini. Oh, look at this. Relaxation means so much. It means that on one hand, you are going to finally, you know, the problem is coming to an end that was taking so much energy from you, that was maybe making you a little bit stressed, maybe making you a little bit anxious. So now, beautifully, this moment in time is going to be important when it comes to the society, when it comes to harmony, when it comes to peace, when it comes to wonderful tranquility, when it comes to rest after like a gnawing time of chaos, you know, a knowing time of uncertainty, but most certainly it's to do with a really beautiful moment in time when it comes to your life. And this is, let me just tell you that this also means that it's super important for you to like meditate and try to ground yourself, because through meditation you're going to reach absolutely remarkable, mind-blowing levels of your own subconscious mind, which are at the same time going to provide you with options and solutions to the problems, that are also at the same time going to provide you with the shortcuts, amazing, powerful shortcuts. And this comes from the sacred knowledge. Just remember that the sacred knowledge is going to come to you to guide you to the levels of meditation. Okay, so when you meditate, try to relax. You know, it can only last like a few minutes, and then you just get like bam bam bam, that kind of realization, like what you need to do in order, what you need to focus on next, and things like that. When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Aquamarini, it's just basically about the actual shoulders are going to be a little bit sensitive. Your lower back is going to be like a little bit sensitive. Just make sure that you sit in the correct way. Make sure that you're doing relevant exercises if you possibly can. Make sure that you are sleeping like on a nice, like a good quality pillow. Make sure that you're having pillow in between your legs, because that way you relax the lower part of your back, you know, that you kind of in a different way. And also, let me just tell you that it's super important for you to keep taking like organic acerola cherry powder as well. 1 teaspoon in the morning, drink it. 1 teaspoon with the water in the evening, drink it. And also make sure that you are taking like a vitamin D. This is going to boost your immune system as well, which is very important, but it's also going to be good for your bones. And calcium, magnesium and zinc, also very important for your bones, but very important to boost your immune system at the same same time. And also one more thing is to take organic dandelion tea. Dandelion is like, oh my lord, super powerful herb. Please drink dandelion tea once every single day. It's going to help you to boost your immune system. It's going to help you with your energy. It's going to help you it's going to help you to boost your immune system with your energy. It's going to help you with your even digestive system. Very important to flush out the toxins. And it's also going to help you to with your kidneys and livers. Like very, very important indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you in relationship, you know, you're going to make some kind of like a temporary problem. Some kind of problem is going to come through. Some kind of problem is going to come forward for you to both deal with it. And the answer to that problem is to actually have a temporary seclusion, okay? But not seclusion in between you two, but a temporary kind of seclusion when it comes to somebody else, okay? And also, on another hand, an abandonment. You're going to make an important abandonment as a couple, something you're both going to come to terms with, not when it comes to your relationship, but when it's some kind of stage of your life, something that you were planning, it's going to kind of turn to go towards slightly different way, and that in itself it's going to provide you with a realization, which is really brilliant, really wise realization to move on from some kind of stage. So some kind of abandonment is going to take place, but this is very important because it's going to help to both of you, and it's going to be the right thing to do indeed. For those of you who are single and ready to mingy, you know, it is just basically going to be, you know, something is going to take place, something is going to happen, and the opportunity is going to arise. It's not going to be the love of your life that you're going to find this week, but it's to do with an opportunity that you're going to have that is going to come through as the beginning of some kind of adventure. So it's going to be the beginning of some kind of enthusiasm, which is going to lead you towards an adventure, and that adventure, it's all going to be about you feeling excited, ecstatic to do something new, but it's to do with the initiative, new opportunity with unlimited possibilities. That opportunity with unlimited possibilities that is going to be provided to you, my gorgeous Aquamarini, it's also at the same time going to be strongly connected to those of you who are looking for love, because someone very special is going to walk into your life at the same time. Not at the same time, but it's going to be connected to that opportunity with unlimited possibilities. Later on, someone very special is going to be connected to this opportunity and possibilities. You will see exactly what I mean. Okay, before I do Piscelini, I will be just 1 second. La, 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 la. Bye 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 ceiling. Bye 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 ceiling. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 ceiling. Bye 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 ceiling. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 ceiling. Bye 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 ceiling. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 ceiling. Bye 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 ceiling. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 ceiling. Bye 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 Pisces, pi 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 Pisces, pi 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 Pisces, pi 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 Pisces, pi 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 Pisces, pi 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 pi. My gorgeous Pisces lineage, you know, is this wonderful energy that you are going to feel from the beginning of this week. And you know, you will be wondering like, oh my god, what happened? But no, I'm not saying that you were like, oh, it's negative or all sad or bad, you know, or dark and gloomy. No, 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 baby, no. It's like once we reach this very important stage in our life, or this very important areas and very important dimension, very important stage, you know, we almost immediately realize the change of energy. And that change of energy is very bright, it's very vibrant, it's very important, but it's also at the same time very refreshing. And this refreshing feeling is just inspiring, okay, whether we realize this or not. But it's just from the beginning of this week, it's just all going to be about this inspiring energy that you are going to have, which is going to help you to reflect on your life. Which is going to help you on your life, and you are going to find yourself being quite creative. Please don't get tricked into the situations, my gorgeous Pisces, because you're very sensitive, or you're very beautiful, and you're very sensitive when it comes to picking up the energies around you. So don't kind of like get to if you feel like a negative, if you feel low, just remember, my gorgeous Pisces, all you need to do is just to knock on this spiritual door. And once you knock on this spiritual door, which is exactly what you're going to do within the first 3 days this week, once you knock towards the spiritual door, on the spiritual door, then you are basically going to let yourself in. And once you find yourself on the other side, everything is going to be completely different. But sometimes we've got a little bit of test before that happens, and the test comes when we hear something like kind of negative, and that negativity just makes us feel a little bit uncertain, and that uncertainty is just kind of make this energy and vibration slightly darker around us. And what does that, and this basically prevents us to move on, because we are not optimistic. Maybe we are not able to plan when it comes to our immediate future. This is nothing unusual, it happens to every single one of us. But what I want you to do, and the way I need you to walk to knock on this spiritual door, is if you feel a little bit negative, if you feel a little bit low, if you feel a little bit down, the answer is in your own creativity. Be as creative as you can, and just ignore it, because the first 3 days are gonna be tricky. And these first 3 days, all I need you to do is to ignore it, and just keep committed to the task in hand, and just keep going. And by being creative, even at the time when you feel the least creative, Pisces, at the same time you will know that the bigger reward is coming, the bigger reward is waiting, because by the time you get to the last part of this week, you are going to come up with some kind of idea. And that idea that you're going to have, it's going to set you free. On one hand, it's going to get you thinking, it's going to get you going. But on another hand, something is going to be immediately revealed to you. And that idea that you're going to have, it's also most certainly going to take off in July and August 2020. July and August 2020 are both months are going to be completely connected to what is going on now this week. Because the idea that you're going to have, it's going to seem like a tiny little thing, but then, my babies, this is just the beginning of something big, just the beginning of something special, the beginning of something very significant when it comes to your life, when it comes to you reaching and breaching the certain stage, certain moment when you realize that you've got more resources than you need in order to move on. And this in itself is going to boost you. It's going to boost your confidence. It's going to boost your power. And it's bringing you the promise, an important promise. Okay, very important. Jane, the spirit of Jane is here. The spirit of Jane is here right now. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, and Jane is saying hello. Jane is saying that she's absolutely fine. Jane is saying that, she went really peacefully and that she's no longer in pain. Okay, so to whoever this means a lot, is to do with a Jane. Okay, something's very specific about her hair, Jane's hair, and something very specific about her hands, something very specific about about her nails, maybe rings, you know, but Jane is absolutely fine. So whoever this means to so much, this is the spirit message from Jane. Okay, letter M, it's also very significant. Letter M, okay, letter M is very significant here at the same time. Okay, so now my gorgeous Pisces, you know what, it's just like basically you are going to make a very important judgment, okay, very important judgment, and this is so important because it's going to give you time to actually make a certain actions. Very important judgment, significant sharp judgment is going to at the same time give you time to make for an important actions. On another hand, you know what, I really like it because this week you will go through an absolutely remarkable development, my gorgeous Pisces, you know. Watch for the numbers repeating. 33, 333. Okay, 33, 333, 33, 333. It's any combination of number 3 numbers that are repeating. You will know at the same time that are repeating. If you see them, you will know that it's a very important opportunity gonna come through at the same time. If you don't see these numbers repeating 33, it doesn't really matter. There is still going to be an important opportunity. But for those of you who are tuned in so much and who are able to remember and connect to this situation straight away, that moment at that time, you know, something is also going to be provided to you, and an additional information is going to come to you, and that additional information is also going to be connected to a certain idea, design, creativity, determination, initiative, and also the part of your life that was making you frequently too restrained. It's wonderful, 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 and very powerful moment in time. This week it's also Pisces going to bring you a development, an important development, an important promotion. And you know what, rebirth is a beautiful moment in time. When I say rebirth, it means that you're going to feel really beautiful energy, wonderful energy, which is also at the same time going to make you very sharp and very confident about the uncertain stage of your life. The certain changes that you wanted to make earlier and you didn't, now this is going to be the time when you're going to become very certain indeed. And this is the part of the spiritual rebirth that I'm talking about, that this is going to be the outcome. An important outcome of the past effort, Pisces, an important outcome of the past effort is actually going to take place. Very, very important. On another hand, it's to do with the justice. If you were waiting for a justice, now this is going to be the moment when you're going to hear about the justice, and this is going to put a massive Pisces, big, beautiful smile on your face. It's to do with the justice. So if you were waiting for like some kind of justice, it literally, if you started a certain process, certain progress, you're going to hear an amazing outcome. Or if you thought that somebody did something to you in the past and you're waiting for someone to decide something, however this is going to come through, it's going to be good, it's going to be big, it's going to be beneficial, and most certainly it's going to be important for you when it comes to your own personal development, because it's going to help you to have a rest after like a quite uncertainty. It's going to help you to relax and chill out after the uncertain stage of your life took over and just made things a little bit dark around you. So this is going to be important when it comes to your own personal shake up, and it's going to be like, yeah, let's move on, baby. And this is exactly what you're going to do. It's the moment in time where you're going to have a really important spiritual awakening, and part of your important spiritual awakening, it's all going to be part of the really big picture, but at the same time it's going to provide you with two mind-blowing choices indeed. On another hand, my gorgeous Pisces, you know, what I said, it's like about justice. You're going to hear about the justice. When you hear something about the justice, what else I was going to say, it's really important. Whatever this is that it means to you when it comes to your personal development, when you hear about justice and you feel like, oh yeah, thank you, Lord, you know, it's a justice, you know. At the same time, just remember that there's someone who will be absolutely wonderful, amazing, brilliant, crazy advice that you are going to have, but it's not going to be directly directed at you. You're not going to have it directly, you know. It's going to be on you to dig it out and find out and realize where there was an amazing, mind-blowing advice for you at the same time, because there will be life-changing advice that you are going to have here at the same time, my gorgeous Pisces, indeed, my Lord. On another hand, Pisces, you are going to hear like an amazingly powerful good news about your gain, and that is going to make you feel secure, and it's most certainly to do with your advancement, expectation, it's to do with your desires, okay? And you will know that the results of an important efforts are nearly due. This is pretty much so to do with your promotion, recognition of abilities, and the ideas that you went for. You know, now you are going to see the outcome, my gorgeous Pisces, indeed. On another hand, someone who is very close to you is going to have an important message for you. Somebody very important in your life, very important, is going to have a message for you. Very, very strong, powerful message. Okay, and also when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Pisces, this is very important. Please try to make sure that you take a natural B vitamins, because this is going to help you with a little bit of stress levels, and natural B vitamins are also going to help you with the sensitive digestive system. So this is something I need you to take. On another hand, I need you to boost your immune system again by taking organic acerola cherry powder in the morning, 1 glass of water, drink it, and in the evening 1 glass of water, 1 teaspoon, and drink it alongside zinc and alongside vitamin D. Both vitamin D is going to help you with your bones, and it's going to help to boost your immune system, but also vitamin D, zinc, and vitamin C. It's absolutely mind-blowing combination in order to boost your immune system and protect yourself this way. It's a mind-blowing combination indeed, and it's something that you're going to benefit from alongside the actual organic dandelion tea, which is absolutely superb. Get organic dandelion tea and drink it every single day, once a day. This is going to boost your immune system. It's going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system. It's going to be remarkable for your digestion, and it's going to be remarkable for your kidneys and livers, because you're going to be able to get rid of toxins, and at the same time it's going to boost your immune system, and it's going to increase your energy levels. This is how remarkable dandelion actually is. Very powerful indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not, my gorgeous Pisces. Bye 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 ceiling, bye 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 ceiling, bye 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 bye. Bye 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 ceiling, bye 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 ceiling, bye 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 bye. Bye 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 ceiling, bye 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 ceiling, bye 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 bye. Sorry, bye 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 bye. Your tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Pisces. King of Swords, of course. It's all about the activity, it's all about determination, it's all about your power, but it's at the same time, you know, it's about what you have been patient about, you know, it's about to happen, and it's about this harmony which is gonna come through, and you are going to surprise yourself this week. You know, you're gonna need to make an important decision, but it's just not something that you have been thinking about. It's just gonna come out of the blue. You're gonna feel very sharp, you're gonna feel very strong and powerful, and you're gonna surprise yourself the way you're going to react and the way you're going to respond, because it's going to make you feel very honorable later on. You're going to feel really good, you're going to feel really cocky in the best possible way, but also at the same time it's going to help you alongside your own spiritual journey, because it's going to enhance your determination, but it's also going to provide you with realization what you were in self-denial about, and what you need to move on away from in your life. And this in itself is going to be an amazing moment in time when it comes to resolution of the problem, you know, conclusion, which is going to bring you solace, healing, and also compromise. An important compromise is going to take place this week, my gorgeous Pisces, indeed. On another hand, I'm just going to shuffle this oracle card, my gorgeous Pisces, and I'm going to see what is your oracle card also going to be. You see this? When you meditate, you have two oracle cards. When you meditate, you see, you will have an important realization, an important answer. Meditate this week, my gorgeous Pisces. When you meditate, you're going to have an important answer. Absolutely important answer. Just remember that. And your second oracle card is release. You see, this is going to help you so much on your spiritual journey. It's going to help you so much. An important week to meditate. Important week to ground yourself. Important week to go out there and hug the tree if you possibly can, because this is going to be super rejuvenating for yourself, but it's also most certainly going to help you to realize an important unfoldment in your life which is going to take place, but it's all about your own inspiration which is going to come through this. An amazing advice which is going to lead towards an absolutely remarkable vision. Okay, so now my gorgeous Pisces, when it comes to the actual, for those of you in relationship, you know, no, baby, no. It is not a great time for those of you that are in relationship to launch new projects, okay? So anything that you want to start together, when it comes to launching new projects, do not do it this week, my gorgeous babies. Do the week after, because it's not going to be the greatest week to start projects together. This is very important. Okay, on another hand, a certain worry as the couple that you had is slowly coming to an end. Okay, an important light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, it's just going to help you both to reflect on the situation. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, this is so good, because you know it is not going to be the week when you're going to meet also the love of your life, but it's the actual and important accomplishment. You know, you will have an important accomplishment when you hear, and when you come across an important accomplishment, when you hear about it, it's going to be the news that you're going to have. This is going to make you feel really good. This is going to satisfy you in so many different ways. It's going to rejuvenate you in so many different ways, and that accomplishment is automatically going to make you think further in order to expand yourself. This is all about you, your life, your spiritual journey, and expanding yourself at the same time. That expansion that you're going to be thinking about is going to be real. It's going to be strong, and it's going to be way more powerful than you can possibly imagine, because it's at the same time going to slowly start bringing someone very special, who is about to walk into your life. And this is going to come with this direction, new direction, change after the accomplishment that you hear about, which automatically you're going to start thinking about the next stage and some kind of expansion. And that is going to be a moment, my gorgeous Pisces, when someone very special is also going to start manifesting slowly in your life. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you, my gorgeous people. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, and light. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.